Woo! Are you ready for the NFC West? Basically the division on the line, barring disaster next week. This feels like the division's on the line here. Rams have it tougher next week. They got to play the Cardinals. Seahawks play the Niners. I know that sounds weird after yesterday's Cardinals-49ers game, but I think the Rams have it tougher next week playing the Cardinals than the Seahawks do playing the 49ers. But let Joe Buck tell you about it. Fuck me.
I think you look at this season for this team, the defense obviously has been a big concern for a big part of the year. But now when you watch this defense, they have the confidence and the swagger that we had grown accustomed to seeing from Pete Carroll's defenses over the years. This is a little better test for them once again. They haven't played a lot of good offenses during this stretch when they've gotten it turned around. And I think to your point, Joe, the offense, running the football, that has been what they've always been about under Pete Carroll. This is going to be a heck of a game. And like Pete Carroll told us, it's a championship game. There's a lot at stake here in Week 16.
Yeah, there really is. Now the Rams, they're coming off a loss at home to the red-hot New York Jets. What a week it's been for them. For more on the Rams, down to Aaron Andrews.
And that loss, Sean McVay saying, was embarrassing, made him sick to his stomach, but his team has no choice but to move forward. Now, luckily for the Rams, they've done that this year. They're 4-0 after a loss, and with several players that I spoke to, they said, yeah, it was maddening to lose to the Jets, but we can't let that team beat us twice. Of course, you mentioned
Hey, Lori.
You're in the playoffs, but in talking to this group, you can tell they just
Hello,
want to
Robert.
clean some things up. They want to be
You see Matt Rule and the Panthers disrespecting the Washington defensive line by going for it on that 4th and 5 a little while ago. The fuck was he thinking? Did he watch any tape on Washington? The last thing I want to do is put the Washington defense in an obvious pass defense situation, because what the fuck you think they're going to do? Come after your ass. And that's exactly what they did to Bridgewater. My team's draft position improved today on a missed field goal and a Bengals win. So I'm having a good day. Rams get the ball first. How will they psychologically be able to cope with losing to the Jets? And speaking of losing to the fucking Jets, the goddamn Browns are probably going to miss the playoffs now. The Browns are going to miss the playoffs because they couldn't beat the Jets. Now, the Browns were up against it. Didn't they have, like, receivers exposed to COVID, had to send them home, and they basically played today with no wide receivers. And they lost to the goddamn Jets. Poor Cleveland. Baltimore's happy. Baltimore went from sad to happy because that last night when the Dolphins won, Baltimore fans were pissed. Well, now they can be happy again. The fucking Browns lost. Steelers, the Colts, I watched that game. The Colts blow a 17-point lead and lose to the Steelers. And the Falcons are better than the Chiefs. 1st and 10 at Rams. From their own 10. A lot to unpack today. The Falcons are better than the Chiefs. You heard it here first. And NFC West basically on the line here. I've had my food already. It was delicious. Now I can watch foosball uninterrupted. Boy, that Steelers-Colts game was wild. I hate I didn't stream it, but I'm hoping Titans-Packers will make up for it.
Goff out to his left, looks underneath, completes, but a short game to Josh Reynolds. Play is made by DJ Reed. We'll talk plenty about
Steelers win the AFC North after the Colts blow a 17-point lead. That game, as soon as the Steelers gave up on trying to be balanced or throwing underneath passes, the Steelers gave up on what they don't do well and trying to correct issues and just did what they do well, get after the quarterback and throw it deep. Ooh, a drop. 4th down, Rams will punt. As soon as the Steelers just decided, fuck it, we're going deep, fuck running the ball and all that underneath shit that the Colts were all over, threw the Colts defense for a loop. And then the Steelers defense clamped down. So now the Colts are at risk of missing the playoffs, really. If the Colts lose next week and the Browns win, the Browns take the Colts spot. Sit on that and rotate. It's a big week next week. Seahawks start at their own 47.
47-yard punt, 13-yard return, and here comes the now 8-time Pro Bowl quarterback.
I hope Metcalf has a better time today than he did the last time these two teams played.
Yeah, that was the conclusion of a 4-game stretch where Russell Wilson had the turnovers, and that's when Pete Carroll really kind of addressed things prior to that next Thursday night game and said that they were going to pretty much go back to the offense that they had known for so many years with Russell Wilson, running the football, take the play action shots down the field.
That Washington-Carolina game, I hope Washington beat. Actually, for my draft position, I'd cheer for Carolina, but I honestly just hope Washington beats the fuck out of Carolina. Even though the Panthers winning would help my draft position.
Carson over the right side. Chris Carson gets 4. Carson, Hyde, and Rashad Penny, who's
I can't believe the Bengals won. What a break for my team.
that he suffered a little over a year ago. None of those guys were available to the Seahawks when these two teams met in Week 10. There's the offensive line with Jordan Simmons getting his 5th start at left guard and placing the injury back to Buddy. Second and 6.
You hear that beeping noise?
Stood up. Got maybe half a yard.
The fuck was that, Fox?
Who was playing brilliantly and could have easily been tapped.
Yeah, the Colts are out for now because they lost to the Browns earlier this year.
That was textbook the way that Leonard Floyd played.
Once all the games are finished, once Buffalo New England's done tomorrow, we'll start looking ahead at what I'm going to stream next week.
Lineup that they have on defense.
Should I do 3 games next Sunday to get ready for the playoffs? It depends on what games are important and what I think is worth streaming.
The number 2 third down defense in the league, as well as being number 1 overall with yards allowed per game. Wilson, protection.
Oh, whoa, whoa! That should have been intercepted.
By Darius Williams. He was thinking
Russell was a little too quick to get it there, and the corner was breaking on the route.
and that
Woo.
Week 10 matchup stepped right in front of it and just
Ah, should have had it.
And he reads it the entire way. He can't believe that he wasn't able to make this catch. I mean, the drive that he had
Damn it.
on the football, anticipating exactly what Lockett was doing, and yeah, that's going to haunt him the rest of this ball game. He would have set the offense up nicely. So
Yeah, the Washington-Philly game might be worth streaming depending on what happens.
To do anything with it.
Dixon, who may very well be an all.
Just know that if the game is not on in my local area, you'll be looking at a blue screen again. Or I'll just leave the Madden menu up with the 2 team names on it. I like that better than the blue screen. I did that for the last minute or 2 last night. I took the blue screen off and just showed you like the Madden menu with the Dolphins Raiders logos. So yeah, if the game's not on in my area, that's how we gotta stream it. Yeah, fucking Falcons and Chiefs game. Like, once again, I had to keep an eye on it just because it was going so unpredictably. Falcons defense made Mahomes look like a fucking bum most of the day, which was surprising. Matt Ryan, once again, plays one of the best games of his life and loses because Younghoe Koo can't make a field goal to at least send the game to overtime. I was honestly sitting there going, would you guys either please score or please not? Because I was like, when you're 4-10, what's the point of going to overtime? What's the fucking point? So I was just like, can you score a touchdown and win, or can you just lose? For draft position, I was kind of like, I want you to lose, but at the same time, beating the Chiefs would have been really funny. And the most reliable player on the team all year misses the field goal. Congratulations, Chiefs, you're the 1 seed. I think the Chiefs are just fucking clueless on defense. They got 2 studs on the defensive line, but otherwise they're just completely fucking lost. They blitz so much. They can't do anything well in the secondary, so they just blitz and blitz and blitz. Blitz Buffalo that much. See what I honestly think right now Buffalo would beat Kansas City. Reminds you of those NASCAR streams, yeah. I got to go to work at 6 in the morning tomorrow. For realsies this time. That sucks. Between games, I got to take a shower. Once this game's over, I got to rush, take a shower, and come back in here and stream Titans and Packers. If there's 3 really important games next week, we might stream 3. because I'm going to have to be doing that the Saturday after next anyway, and the Sunday that weekend. Today I feel like I could have streamed 3 because my throat feels good. It's not all scratchy and nothing like that.
All held a moment of silence in honor of those
I
across
could have
the
streamed
country
3
who
games
lost
today. I should
their
have. Colts Steelers was a good game.
And to support their families and friends, we at Fox say thank you to all the frontline workers and first responders.
Well, Jeff, you're winning the field position battle early. You're lucky you're not down 7-0 because that was probably going to be a pick 6.
Possession for the Rams.
Boy, these Rams uniforms are fucking ugly. I hate watching the Rams because their uniforms are so ugly. I picked Seattle to win this game, but that's not a confident pick. It was just I had to pick somebody, so I roll with Seattle on this one.
Well, it's too simplistic, Troy, to say that since they picked up Carlos Dunlap, they've turned it around defensively, but the timing suggests, and with the health of Jamal Adams, their Pro Bowl safety, that this is a much better defensive team than the last time we saw them.
Kind of started in the second half when they played the Rams the last time, and it has continued. They're one of the better defenses here over the last 4 to 5 games, but you have to also point out that they haven't faced many good offenses.
Oh, whoa, 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 wow. KJ Wright almost tipped and caught the ball himself. Would have been a touchdown. 3rd and 8. Well, there have been some close calls in this one already.
Well, this is the part that you have to be able to defense against the Rams. You got to be able to play the bootleg game. You got to play the perimeter game. They're really good at attacking those areas of a defense. And to go back to my point, Joe, they haven't played a lot of great defenses. But with that being said,
I'm just glad I'm not streaming an NFC East game today.
that's a big deal. And so they come into this
That book is almost closed on the 2020 season. Hopefully Washington will just beat Carolina and save us all a bunch of trouble next week. The helmets are the only good parts of these uniforms for the Rams. Nice 3rd down conversion to Cooper Kupp.
That was a good throw, good connection. Cooper Kupp has his 85th catch of the season.
The helmets are admittedly cool, but the rest of the uniform is god-awful. They look like bottles of Grey Poupon running around out there.
there's a lot of advantageous matchups with him, and he's an
A bottle of Grey Poupon with a blue lid.
So he
That's what the Rams uniforms look like.
open for him, and they complete the pass for the first down.
58 third down catches now for Kupp. That's 2nd in the league to Keenan Allen. Play action from Goff. And he tiptoes and will take
Goff gets 3.
shy of the 30.
Debating doing Bills-Patriots tomorrow night. I don't know, because we'll see.
Pretty much one of those two-man routes, and there's Sean McVay.
Patriots have been eliminated from the playoffs. The Bills still have something to play for. They haven't swept New England, and God knows what. When is the last time the Bills beat the Patriots twice in 1 year?
Being responsible for that as the play caller, and there's
Maybe 2002, but I don't think they did in 2002.
offenses.
When's the last time the Bills beat the Patriots twice in a season? Look that up for me.
Unbeatable like when we saw them against the Patriots. There's other times like last week against the Jets, you don't even recognize what they're doing.
On 2nd down, Goff avoids the rush, goes
That was a nice play just to throw it away there, Jared.
and with 3rd down coming up. Talked about the consistent inconsistency for Jared Goff since week 8 in the 4 wins. This is what you're talking about. They can light it up. They protect the football. In the 3 losses since week 8, 5 interceptions compared to 3 touchdowns. The passer rating is under 70. You see the giveaways. Those losses at Miami.
Man, Rivers was slinging it in that first half today.
And then inexplicably against the Jets last week.
Unfortunately, there's 2 halves in a football game. Seahawks are showing blitz. They might back out. Timeout or delay.
How are they going to get a penalty?
Delay of game. Oof.
Number 16. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Didn't see anybody throw a flag and thought maybe they got a timeout from the sideline, but they didn't, and so 3rd down becomes 5 yards tougher.
I don't even know what to say about that, Joe. We have yet to call a Rams game where there has not been a delay of game penalty, and that was. You're looking at
McVay's stingy with his timeouts.
3rd and 11. It's a big
3rd and 11.
In trying to convert this third down opportunity.
Seahawks defense is not great, but they're opportunistic. You put them in these situations, they usually tend to take advantage. Goff's holding the ball forever, and so much for taking advantage.
Another third down catch for
3rd and 11, they convert. Cooper Kupp again.
It makes it all the more impressive that you
Sorry, I jinxed him.
is looking on third down, and they still can complete the Cooper Kupp.
Seattle tries to give a look like they're going to bring pressure. They pull out as a four-man rush.
He starts to come, and then he pulls out.
You're seeing that the Rams are trying to move the pocket a little bit.
Ooh, Goff was an inch away from getting stripped, but he flings it downfield to Robert Woods.
Good throw and a good
They're in
catch.
Seattle territory.
Play for the Rams to get into
Go back and look at how close Goff was to getting stripped here, and he never saw it coming.
And you see how he's able to get Shaq Griffin turned just enough. And once his hips get turned that way to the sidelines, then it's pretty easy. Good hands.
Great hands by Robert Woods there.
These two guys, Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, they're really able to stress a defense with those intermediate and deeper routes. It opens up a lot of the underneath things that they like to do too, the quick perimeter passing game.
Hand off to Henderson over the right side, and that play is made by Shaq Griffin. Pete Carroll loves when his corners tackle like Shaq Griffin just did. And
If I was Pete Carroll, I'd be more worried about my corners covering. That seems to be a bigger issue. Looking at those pass defense numbers.
Reed is as well. You mentioned him, and DJ Reed has been really outstanding.
Just like John Gruden needs to worry more about tackling and technique than cute names for plays, you know.
And now they're still waiting on a couple, but they've kind of come out of that. They found him a real player in DJ Reed, but he likes to mix it up in the run game as well.
fake toss. That side of the field wide open
Boy, they love to make Goff roll to his left.
to get it down inside the
That seems pretty counterintuitive to me.
That when you're playing defense against the Rams, as open as Goff was there, once he came out off of the fake, the threat of the run is not really there. You can see how uncomfortable Goff is in space. He wants to get the ball out of his hands. He's not readily looking for the football. Whereas
I gotta admit, Robert, my instinct was to be like, man, fuck the Chiefs. They ain't even good because they had to have a missed field goal to beat Atlanta. So I can relate to you on that, Robert.
couple of third down conversions on this possession. 10th play of the drive. Extra man on the rush. Goff to his right, throws. Pass.
Nice throw. Let me compliment Jared Goff when he makes a nice throw.
Kupp were in the same area. if Woods
And they convert another third down.
was right behind him for the grab, a gain of 11.
Well, the Rams coming into this game, you know that you better be able to handle the five-man pressures from Seattle, and Malcolm Brown, I believe he was in this running back. He picks it up nicely.
Oh, Goff hit as he throws.
One incomplete
Floated away.
by Poona Ford as he let it go. And it drops
Incomplete, though.
incomplete.
1999 was the last time the Bills swept the Patriots.
Number 97, Troy, you love high.
Tomorrow night is history in the making.
We have a Seahawks.
I was in kindergarten the last time the Bills swept the Patriots. Straight up.
He shows up. The guy just makes some plays. He hustles, gets in here on this play, and you see for a big guy working through two blockers, and he's the one who disrupts it.
The Chicago Bears are alive and well. Winning you're in next week, Chicago. Or if you lose, hope the Cardinals lose. So the Bears have a strong shot at making the playoffs. Goff rolled to his left again. What in the fuck?
Spins and gets a short gain. His eyes, Troy, as you said, he doesn't really want to run it. His eyes are downfield. He's got that whole side of the field if he just takes off, but that's just not what he wants to do.
No, and we talk a lot about fullbacks and how that's kind of a dying breed to position itself in today's game. And the pocket passer, I always thought that there'd be a place for a pocket passer in our game, but slowly we're seeing fewer and fewer of those. We still got the old man in Tampa Bay, Tom Brady at 43, but Jared Goff is that type of guy. Peyton Manning certainly was, but more and more
2-1. Get the playoff. Oh, behind the receiver. Hey, Seattle made a stop, holding to a field goal attempt.
But Goff missed him. Was pressured by Dunn.
Boy, I watched that play clock a little closer in Rams games. I'm always waiting for the next delay of game penalty.
you watch Jared Goff, and there are days
Jefferson still should have caught that. It was behind him, but still should have caught it.
There's other times where, it gets away from him, and that's one.
Matt Gay.
Having to settle for 3 points, keeping the drive alive, and maybe coming away with more.
Sixth game as a Ram for Matt Gay. And
It's good. 3-0 Rams.
44 yards away. So the drive stalls. Third kicker of the season for the Rams. Gay puts up the first 3 points of the day.
Gay. Merry Christmas. So, Robert, you're just a little pup. He was born in 2006. He's a pup. I was born in 94. The year of Earnhardt's 7th championship. I was born February, coming off the 6th championship. Hence the name. Now, for funsies, I'm going to flip over on my TV to the Carolina-Washington game. Oh, they're in commercial, too, so I guess I won't. Why do they always end up being at commercial at the same time? Funny how that works. Well, that right there is, the Seahawks defense has to just feel good they got off the field. The Rams have to feel good that they battled out of that field position and have an early lead. Early at this game, definitely, the style of game favors the Rams. Early. And we know what they did earlier this year when they played, but I still picked Seattle to win. I just think Russell's going to clutch it out one way or another. But it's going to be with whoever isn't covered by Jalen Ramsey. That's how you win. You better hope the guy not being covered by Jalen Ramsey has an elite day, because Jalen's going to take your top guy away probably. Oh, yeah, excuse me. Got to check a message. Hold on. These people can't leave me alone. I don't know why I clicked that. It always loads slower when I do. What's the favorite? Oh, God, people, leave me alone. I'm watching football.
Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey, a Pro Bowler. If you go by the stats, they were
Robert, it's 2020,
times in the
and this is the NFL.
and Metcalf became an afterthought.
I don't believe anything anymore.
Catches, 2 targets in the game, 2 catches, 4 targets.
The Falcons are better than the Chiefs, though.
And no true, you want to weigh in
Did I say that loud enough? The Falcons are better than the Chiefs.
because DK Metcalf,
Ha ha ha.
we'll talk about it now. Yeah, Ramsey's good.
We just get a high draft pick.
Yeah, you got to give a guy like DK Metcalf some opportunities. At least make Jalen Ramsey prove to you that he can't win on some of those routes.
Young Wei Koo was driving the tank today, buddy.
Deion Sanders, and Deion was going to win his
He's
share.
like, look, I'm probably going to be here for a long time. We got to get Justin Fields in here so in like 2 years or whenever Matt Ryan's gone,
Into another gear.
we'll have something going on.
Have on your call sheet, if you're Brian Schottenheimer, every quarter, give him one of those chances down the field. Let him go track the deep ball, because there's not many guys.
Jalen Ramsey's over here on Lockett
Hey, Steve.
Here's a pass caught by
for that play.
as Johnson
I was barely watching the play. I was just looking at where Jalen Ramsey was going.
get tired of looking at it.
Oh, and Buda Baker, this guy could really run. And so it just illustrates how DK
They're showing them DK Metcalf, Buda Baker thing again.
If he can run like that when he's chasing someone down, he can run like that when he's trying to flag a deep ball down the sideline. And I think that there are going to be opportunities today, and they have to take it.
Trying to swing it out to Lockett. And
First down.
will tell me what happened there. But Darius Williams is on Lockett. Wilson rolls out that way. And then Williams just bails out of the coverage. And Lockett is wide open for a pickup of a first
He was
down.
freelancing
Playing a zone coverage on that, Joe, and so it's a
instead of staying in his zone.
guard against the route that's coming
When I look at DK, I see why people have to talk about him. Dude's fucking the size of a truck, but somehow really fast.
Thank you, Joe. Washington clinches the NFC East title with a win. This is good.
Now there's that muffed punt touchdown deal.
Panthers touchdown, extra point, no good. Panthers leading 6-0.
Ugh.
And they had to start that game with the master of fun, Dwayne Haskins, as their quarterback.
Joe Buck. Joe Buck just called Dwayne Haskins the master of fun.
Second down and 6. Here's Carson right side.
It's going to be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 here.
Coming up after a gain of 2.
Well, he sure did. This defense.
Seahawks are trying to get these little plays out to the edge, whether it's runs or passes. Quick throws to the edge to tight ends, and they're trying to run outside.
That they lost, and you think that maybe the defense didn't hold up their end.
Not willing to throw down the numbers just yet.
17 points. There was a blocked punt, an interception that they were already in field goal range, and they kept them from scoring touchdowns, and they held them for under 300 yards. So
And Jalen Ramsey's on DK Metcalf up top.
the last time they played Seattle.
Here comes the pressure on Russell. Down he goes. Wow, it's rare to wrap him up that easy. You were waiting for him to spin out of it and turn around and start running.
Now he gets his first sack of the year.
Are you going to see they're going to take these two here to take Aaron Donald there in the middle, and it opens up Sebastian Joseph Day to be able to make a play. That's the effect that Aaron Donald has. When you worry about him, yeah, if you're Joseph
Well.
Sebastian Day, you're kind of, you're the forgotten guy, which is not good, but then you get opportunities because of Aaron Donald, which is real good.
Here is Webster going nowhere. It's almost like you can't evaluate the other guys on this defense because Donald gets so much attention.
No question.
Joseph Day gets the
One
sack.
moment.
Rams get it back for the 3rd time, up 3.
The fuck is that? So Jeff, how you feeling so far? Probably not good. You know what, Robert? I hate it for you, but the Panthers getting that touchdown would be wonderful for my team's draft position. We'd have the 3rd pick. Because it's Jaguars, Jets, Panthers, then us right now. Coming into this week. And the Bengals after that, because now the Bengals won today. So, yeah, go Panthers. I'm sorry, Robert. I'm trying to think about the future here. Okay, so I'm not actively rooting for the Panthers, but if the Panthers win, it's not going to hurt my feelings. Although I do really want Rivera to stick it up the Panthers' ass, and that new owner, that Tepper guy, for letting him go. And I'd like to see Washington clinch that division now, because I'm the guy. I'm the one guy back in August that said, I think Washington wins the East. I was like, I like Washington. Because I was like, I already know they got the best coach in the division. That was the thing. When Ron Rivera got hired, I was like, well, they got the best coach in that division now. And it's not even fucking close. Mike McCarthy's an idiot. Doug Peterson's a one-hit wonder. Yeah, Washington's got the best coach in the division. That was enough to sway me and go out on the limb and say I think they win the division. Now, I never could have predicted that the division would have been 7-9 to win it. I didn't think it'd be that bad, but I thought 8 or 9 would win it. Yeah, the Rams are literally the worst possible matchup for you, Jeff.
Just $5.
Jamal Adams is
I think y'all would struggle against the Packers as well, Jeff.
Cowboys
Packers and Rams, that's tough for Seattle. But really the Rams, it's Jalen Ramsey. They got one lockdown corner that's going to take away your best weapon on offense.
9.5 on the year, most by a defensive back all time.
That's such an advantage. And yeah, the Rams are great up front with their defensive line, but Jalen Ramsey being that good of a corner is the difference.
This drive starts with a handoff to Henderson. He gets to the 15, picks up 3. DJ Reed on the tackle. What a difference maker Jamal Adams is, Aaron.
Absolutely. He's also playing with a couple broken fingers. He's got him taped up with some cast. He was talking to me about him.
Jamal Adams held together with super glue and duct tape this year.
The 3 of us remember he got nailed in the shoulder, had to miss some time. Of course, was still affected, but he said, no pun intended, has a chip on his shoulder because he wants to play well in this one. Feeling no pain, though, when Seahawks were clinched to go to the playoffs, something he hasn't done in his career. He is pumped.
Yeah, he gets a chance, and again, the Seahawks, they win today, they win the division. Rams win today, and they have an inside track.
Oh!
Division, what a good play made by this defense.
Blew that up.
And upfield, it is Mayowa. A loss of
Mayowa.
And this is another guy, Troy, that as he's gotten healthy, he's helped out this defense up front.
Yes, he has. Now, the Rams have run already in this game a lot of 2 tight ends, a lot of 3 tight ends. This time they go 3 tight ends. They got Johnny Munt, number 82, who's in there. And Mayowa's able to go through him and then make a play into the backfield.
Could you imagine if the Rams get to the Super Bowl in the year they lost to the Jets?
Seattle and their 3 linebacker defensive personnel, which they feel they can take advantage of, but great penetration there by Mayowa.
Then Jamal Adams blitzed and he threw off the timing of the play. Ooh.
As he reaches, let's see where they put it down.
I think he's short. Within a yard. They're going to mark him short.
First down by a yard.
Good stop.
Good reach.
Barely, but a good stop.
Went down.
Well, you talked about Jamal Adams and the sacks that he has. They like to bring him, and they bring him here. And Malcolm Brown comes over. You know, he does a good job of getting in his way, but you got to go attack Jamal Adams. You see how
Be alert here. No, I'm just kidding. Not from this field position. But it is the Rams.
there in the pocket on where he wants to go.
They're tricky sometimes.
Possessions for the Rams have started inside the 15. Just had their second 3 and out of the ball game. 40-yard punt by Hecker. Seahawks have it down 3.
Now let me flip over to the Washington game really fast. And they're on commercial. How does this keep happening? How's the timing always? Oh, they're on commercial too right now. So there's literally no point in me flipping channels. I wonder if they'll ban me if I taught the F word in the chat. Probably not. Boy, I'm glad I'm sleepy. I'm not going to get much sleep tonight because I got to get up at 5:30 anyway, but it's probably a good thing that I'm already yawning. Picking the Titans to beat the Packers. Maybe the Titans will just smoke their ass and I can get out of here early. And see how I sleep tonight for the 5 hours I'll probably get at most. That's being optimistic. You deleted it, but the Google moderator team shows no mercy. Now I hear the game's back on because I can hear it from the living room. The Panthers in Washington. Oh, it's just a kickoff. 13-0 Panthers. Ugh. That's tough. Got my window open in here because it was getting a little warm. Then again, it could have been those fucking wings I had earlier. They were pretty toasty. Had my nose running and everything. They were good, though.
Welcome back to Lumen Field in Seattle.
Lumen Field, what a weird, well, it's a pretty lame name for that stadium.
Dominated the time of possession there. 44 ticks left in.
Could you imagine back in the day if Three Rivers Stadium or the Vet in Philadelphia had a gay sponsor name?
On the sideline.
Wouldn't have been nearly as cool. Ramsey on Metcalf on the outside. Russell's looking that way. It's tipped. Flag down. Yeah, Metcalf had gotten open. Jalen kept going down the field. And Metcalf came back and was open, but the ball got tipped.
And it's against Seattle, ineligible man downfield.
Wow.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Against the rookie Damian Lewis. It was Terrell Lewis who got his hands on that pass. Wouldn't matter because of the penalty against Lewis.
Well, that was interesting. I didn't see that he was downfield, but that was not that was straight play.
I hate trying to watch football when I'm already worried about working and shit tomorrow and how much I'm going to sleep tonight.
Mental error there by the rookie.
Hey, Metcalf caught one, but that's because Jalen Ramsey wasn't over there. There's a flag down.
Completion to DK Metcalf. Everybody's moving forward despite
Looks like he's going to be on the
flag.
Rams.
I believe it's against the Rams, and it looks like it as Bill Vinovich talks to Pete Carroll.
Boy, Dwayne Haskins is hot right now, guys. 1 for 5, 5 whole yards.
Illegal contact. Defense number 31. Penalties declined. Second down.
It's on Darius Williams. There's the route. That's not where the flag came in, but that's the route by DK Metcalf. Could have taken 5 yards and a first down, or decline it, get 7 yards and second down.
Second and 3.
Big run. Oh, he slipped and fell, or it could have been more.
With a full head of steam and picks up 10.
Hey, you are in Rams territory. That's the end of the first quarter. So let's flip to Washington and Carolina for a minute. They're on commercial again. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, they sure are. They're glad to get him back. They got Rashad.
Washington, Carolina's on commercial. 2 seconds after I go to flip back to it.
Today than the 2 carries we saw on Sunday.
3-0 LA after 1. Fox NFL Sunday back after this from your local Fox station.
How about now?
The future works better.
Why do you have touchdown, extra point, commercial, kickoff, touchback, commercial? That is the dumbest shit in football.
Together with high quality audio visual features designed for natural.
Anyway, I guess we won't watch anything during the commercials today because we're not meant to watch anything during the commercials. Come on, Robert. You're a second half team. You know Washington is a second half team, and the Panthers are so not a second half team. You'll be fine. Let's not sell our stock in the second quarter. Because Ben Roethlisberger didn't today. The fucking Steelers were down by 17, and he won the game. So I hate trying to chill on a Sunday, and I'm already worrying about if I'm going to be able to sleep worth the fuck tonight before I get up at 5:30 in the morning tomorrow. Gotta do it. Why am I fucking yawning? I slept great last night. Unfortunately, I slept a little too good. I slept till like 12 today. But it's not enough, apparently. Mr. Good Times, Dwayne Haskins. That was so fucking funny when Joe Buck took a shot at Dwayne Haskins. Whatever he called him. I like how everybody universally just like, man, fuck Dwayne Haskins. What a douchebag. Putting your immunocompromised coach at risk by being a dumb fuck.
Look at offensive coordinator.
Second quarter.
And all the info and the call sheet he's got in front of him as we start the second.
He's done a really nice job, hasn't he, here in Seattle? This is his third year as offensive coordinator. His first 2 years, he was down on the sidelines calling the plays, and then this year he went up to the coach's booth. He makes the calls from there. Guys have different
Being up in the coach's booth got to be like playing a game of Madden for an offensive coordinator.
Play caller up in the booth where you can see things. Otherwise, you really have to have someone dependable to make sure that they're seeing the field the way that you want to call it.
Plus, it's warmer up here.
It's a bubble screen to Metcalf. Gets 4.
Catch out of bounds on first down with a gain of 4. Here's Carissa with a game break.
Thank you, Joe. Eagles up 7-3 and down.
Oh, yeah, Eagles Cowboys. That's a thing. Fly, Eagles, fly. Woo! Deshaun Jackson. There he is. Make sure you get across the goal line. Don't throw it back like you did that one time. Get across the goal line. There you go, Deshaun. Can't believe Deshaun Jackson's even playing.
Eagles not dead yet.
They look like an entirely different team since Jalen Hurts went there.
No doubt. Wilson out to his
Ooh,
left.
pressure all over Wilson. He's got to throw it away.
Got pressure from John Johnson, who was a Pro Bowl snub.
Calvin Ridley was a fucking Pro Bowl snub, okay?
Another good safety in rookie Jordan Fuller.
And John Johnson, he comes off the edge, and he's right there to then make a play on Russell Wilson, who has been sacked already in this ball game by Sebastian Joseph Day. And as you said, Joe, the last time these two teams met, the Rams got after him pretty good. They sacked him 6 times and got to him a number of other times.
Aaron Donald did not have any of the 6. Floyd had 3 of them.
3rd and 6. Holding it all day. Greg Olsen, but there's a flag.
After the foot injury,
I can't. Wow, Greg Olsen's playing. It just dawned on me that Greg Olsen just caught a ball and he's playing in this game.
15 yards to Olsen.
I think they're going to get Troy.
And I can't believe I'm going to probably have to stream a Bears game next week. I said I was done watching Bears games.
Result of the play.
Actually,
First down.
John Johnson. I thought they were going to get Troy Hill right there in the middle against DK Metcalf. This is who they called it on. I didn't see a whole lot there. They got the wrong guy.
Unnecessary flag, but it was a first down anyway to Olsen.
But I know they are happy to get Greg Olsen back in the fold.
Yeah, he helps him downfield. He helps him in the run game with his blocking. He's been out since week 11 with a torn his foot as Carson gets run out of bounds with his
One of my biggest pet peeves is a quarterback that holds onto the ball too goddamn long, but it worked out that time.
There's Greg. You saw that graphic pop up. 5th most catches among tight ends. Yeah, and we keep saying it. I mean, I guess he signed a deal. I think he's headed to Fox Sports at Sunday. We keep just assuming that he's going to.
Well, yeah, no, he's like Drew Brees, you know? Drew Brees.
Greg Olsen's the Michael Waldrop of NFL on Fox.
Signed up with Fox. And
Nah, that's harsh. Olsen's actually good in the booth. Oh, you had it there, man. Jacob Hollister was wide open.
Defense and Russell Wilson.
Oh.
yeah, this is one that right there, if he's just able to stick it on him, and there was enough of a push, and Wilson was wanting the pass interference, but that's what
Damn.
kind of got the throw off the mark.
You don't get a hole that wide open against this Rams defense very often. Unless you're Sam Darnold, maybe. Oh, Russell gets sacked. He tried to duck and run, but he couldn't get out from under him.
He tried to duck down, and Floyd was on the other side of a body, and Russell Wilson.
Well, Jeff, I'd imagine that's very frustrating.
Three on another sack by Floyd.
Yeah, they bring a five-man pressure, and Floyd is just right up the gut. I mean, it's just an outstanding job of tying everybody up. You rush five, you got 5-on-5, and then somebody's just got to be able to win. And Leonard Floyd, with the game and him coming around, is a straight shot. Sack number 2.
Here is Myers.
20 for 20. Don't jinx him. 21 for 21. 3-3.
45 yards, and he's now made 32 straight. See what I did?
Why isn't the drive chart updating?
I've learned my lesson. 3-3 game in Seattle.
Anyway, let's see if we can watch any of Carolina and Washington. Oh, man, Panthers scored again.
The important part of this game is the opportunity to make the playoffs. It's not about me. It's not about going against my former team. He said, I already got closure in Carolina, thanks to the owner, David Tepper, who allowed him to address the media, address the fans after he was fired from the position. Ron has turned the page. He has done an excellent job under difficult
You guys are trying to give this damn division away.
But right now, Washington has been overmatched.
Offside, number 20, defense, lined up in the neutral zone. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. Timeout.
Penalty against Moreland, and it's 19.
Giants fans are like, yes!
Carolina, Washington has mustered very little on the offensive end, and now
20-0 Carolina over Washington. Well, like I said, Jeff, you're asking what happened with Young Wei Koo. The laws of nature happen. It's the laws of nature, man. It's just the way it's got to be. Long term, though, it might be the best thing that's ever happened to us that he missed that kick. Boy, Chevy Chase's acting in this commercial is outstanding, but not in a good way. Could anybody give less of a fuck than Chevy Chase does in this commercial? First of all, fuck Chevy Chase. He's lucky he's funny. Or, well, he used to be. Never trust a young ho, Jeff. Never trust a young ho. Unless you want to improve your draft position.
How about 6 possessions, 4 points, 2 field goals? Not a lot. These two defenses are flexing their muscle here so far today. 3-3 game. Rams going to get it back with Myers to kick it to Webster. It's a Rams family Christmas. Come on, everybody, come out and look quick. Skip the drum roll thing that Clark did. Tell you that Sean McVay is fine.
Surprised Joe Buck didn't have a smart-ass comment about Chevy Chase's performance in that commercial, because me and Joe Buck are usually on the same page when it comes to taking shots at people.
Ramsey, and they're chasing an NFC West title and a deep playoff run with wins in their final.
Boy, that was really worth animating. Shout out to whoever wasted 48 hours of their time at Fox Sports to do that this week. Week of Christmas. Well, that didn't work.
There wasn't any room in there whatsoever. No game.
When you think about it, Joe, how challenging this game would be in normal circumstances for the LA Rams. Coming here week 16 with what's at stake, trying to keep your playoff hopes alive and get into the postseason.
Shouldn't have lost to the damn Jets.
Seattle Seahawks.
Here's Reynolds on 2nd and 10 for 6.
Now, this 12th man that's not here and hasn't been all season long, it's obviously not nearly as daunting as it usually is when you come here to
I'm worried about draft position. Hey, Cooper Kupp on 3rd down. Fuck playoff seeding. Let's talk draft position. We're not talking about that nearly enough.
Some of these northern cities and because of the weather, but outside of that, that's about it.
Flag on the play. Pass is caught by Reynolds. Flags in the secondary as the Rams hurry it up.
They went hurry up, and Seattle got caught with 12 men on the field.
12 men. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So this is the land of the 12th man, but when you're on defense, you can't have 12.
No, you gotta go.
13th man.
Yes, you can. Or 11. Go 5.
But Pete Carroll, when we visited with him, that's Sean McVay's able to communicate to Jared Goff at the line of scrimmage until there's 15 seconds on the play clock, and so a lot of defenses try to wait until they do some things and make some changes, and they will come up and go hurry up. They caught them a few times there week 10 with their hurry up, not with 12 men on the field. The Seahawks were trying to substitute there, but that's an element that you've got to be careful of when you're playing defense against this up-tempo.
I actually think Goff's better on tempo.
Offsides.
Disagree with that.
Free 5 yards.
On the right side.
Moves the Rams into Seattle territory.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 91. 5-yard penalty.
Like when I catch an offsides, I go, offsides! It's like Tourette's whenever I see it happen.
He's been out with a high ankle sprain, and with his activation, Damon Harrison is scratched today. He was none too pleased. Harrison and basically said he wants out. And as you said, Troy, before,
We got one more Sunday after this, and it's all over.
saying he wants to play, so a little bit of drama there with Snacks. We'll see if he comes back into the field going forward or not. Here's Henderson. He gets one. Let's check in with Carissa Thompson with another game break.
Uh-oh, red rifle. Michael Gallup, touchdown Cowboys. Oh dear, it's only 14-10 Eagles.
So if the Washington football team loses, and as you heard Carissa say, they're getting it handed to them so far against Carolina. Dallas is alive, but they lost both matchups against Washington. So
And Washington lost both games to the Giants.
Philly is alive, and Philly wins and Washington loses. Those two teams play Week 17 for the division. Here's
Cooper Kupp, who's been money today.
He's down with another first down inside the 35 and a gain of 11.
Good work by Jared Goff when you run the boots, and you got to anticipate somebody hard coming off the edge, and he pulls up, he loses a little bit of ground and finds Kupp in the middle.
Good catch for Cooper Kupp.
Goff's taking a shot. Oh, Jamal Adams drops the interception.
Flashing in front of it was Adams, who almost came away.
What happened to my hands?
Yeah, that was not a good throw there by Jared Goff. You either have to lay this ball over the top,
Yeesh.
try to drive it, it becomes very difficult because of the angle that
Adams should have had the pick.
Quite honestly, should have been intercepted. It hits him right in the hands. But he also had a safety working over the top as well. So there really wasn't a lot there for Goff to try to fit that in. And those are some of the throws that, you know,
I like how Jared Goff wears a hand warmer on his back.
this team's hard to beat. And the turnovers
Timeout Rams.
they have had
McVay for once decides to take the timeout and not the delay of game penalty.
for this offense.
You see the play clock down to 2, so the Rams call a timeout. When you think about Adams not coming away with that interception, remember he's got those fractures in his fingers that Aaron talked about. We'll be right back after this from Progressive.
He's like, yo, sideline guy, come over here and pretend you're doing work on my fingers so it looks like that's the reason I dropped this interception. Hey, Janet. Your cowgirls are alive and well, but it's a long way to go. There's shit going on everywhere. The Bengals won and the Falcons lost. Now the Falcons move up into the top 3 of the draft because the Panthers are beating the Redskins right now. Steelers clinched AFC North by beating the Colts. The Colts blew a 17-point lead. Now the Colts are at risk of missing the playoffs. The Browns are at high risk of missing the playoffs. The Bears next week are winning your in against the Packers. The Packers may have to keep playing hard if they lose tonight, which I think they will.
Well, then they're still alive. And they would have to go
Boy, I'm going to be a big Packers fan from here on out, aren't I? Because I hate the fucking Bears because they suck and don't deserve to make the playoffs. And I don't want the Saints to get a bye.
Here's one to the sideline. It's not there for Woods.
Third down.
3rd and 10.
I'm conflicted. I want Washington to lock up the NFC East, but at the same time, I want Carolina to win so my team can get a top 3 draft pick.
Like you said, at the NFC East, you know, with Washington having a chance to wrap it up, but can they? And then, of course, the loser of the Dallas.
This game right here, Rams and Seahawks, the NFC West is basically on the line. Whoever wins this comes out of it in first place. They'll need to win next week, though. Both teams. Rams play the Cardinals, Seahawks play the 49ers. But whoever wins today, just win next week and you're in. Well, they're both going to be in, but it's whoever wins the division. Whoever's going to get a home playoff game.
They're down in 10. Goff steps through and
What the fuck was that, Jared Goff?
Woods the target. That wasn't going to pick it up anyway. And it's
Try the long field goal. Be a 50-yarder.
will come on and try a 51-yarder.
Yeah, well, this defense, like I said, they had not played a lot of really good offenses. And, you know, how were they going to hold up? They've held up very well. I thought that play there with Kenny Norton Jr., the defensive coordinator, dialed up a pretty good scheme. They showed blitz. I think Goff thought they was going to have one-on-one across the board. They pulled
See, Robert, I don't feel good about rooting for the Panthers today, but
First and 10 from that day and over.
I'm unfortunately still an Atlanta fan. And the kick is good. 6-3 Rams.
I think they found their long-term answer at kicker. He might be
Gay
2 for 2.
through the uprights.
Rams up 3. Second quarter.
Now let's flip over to Washington and Carolina.
He is 23 of 27
Hopkins
on the season.
attempting a 48-yard field goal.
This is a 48-yard attempt.
Boy, that looks like a mile away. Hey, it's good. You're on the board with a whole half to go. If the Steelers, with their shitty offense, can come back from down 17 against a good Colts team, you know your guys can do this. You're a second half team.
But the Panthers will have some time here to work with.
Probably going to have to get a turnover, though, to win this game.
Shot of Matt Rule, head coach of Carolina. You and I were mind melding there. You were saying what I was thinking. They'll trade that 3 right there, sure, for a minute 20. The way the
I wish I had 5 TVs in here.
They did it last time, 10 straight runs. The minute 20 on the clock, they can't do it that way. Teddy Bridgewater has to throw it a little bit here.
Carolina gets it back when we return.
We all have seen.
Well,
But you can get a new one.
let me try something really fast. I'm going to open up another window of Google Chrome. And, well, it's not really worth it. I was going to open up another window and have a game up to flip to for me during commercials, but I won't bother. We'll just stay with what we got. One moment. I slept too good today. I slept till after 12. Why does my phone not want to? T-Mobile, quit fucking with me. T-Mobile I just started complimenting T-Mobile because lately my signal's been good everywhere I go, and now today it's shit in the bed.
At 10 and 4, the Rams at 9 and 5, the Cardinals at 8 and 7. They lost to the 49ers yesterday. The Seahawks clinched the division with a win today. The Rams clinched the NFC West with a win today, and either a win over the Cardinals next week or the Seahawks losing to the 49ers.
I about expected this game to be 6-3 at this point.
Number 1 seeded Green Bay Packers. They're playing Tennessee tonight. Alvin Kamara, what a show he put on Christmas with his
Alvin
6
Kamara with
rushing
more
touchdowns.
touchdowns in a single game than Ezekiel Elliott's had all season.
Packers have clinch the North. Then you've got the Seahawks.
The Buccaneers with the easiest fucking bullshit win of their lives yesterday.
All of a sudden, the Bears are lighting up the scoreboard. As Trubisky has looked really good since he took over again at the quarterback position.
Old Mitch kissing titties going to bring the Bears to the playoffs.
A big win for them yesterday.
Thus proving Nick Foles does fucking suck after all, like I always said he did.
Play in the second half against Detroit. Here's Carson for 5. You know that when Brady's been healthy, he has led a team into the postseason every year since 2002. I mean, the one year that the Patriots didn't make it was the year that he was hurt week 1 against Kansas City. That was in 08. And the Bucs are
Patriots still won 11-5 that year.
in 07.
Got Matt Castle a job in the NFL for life.
Like that are kind of hard to believe. You know, it's pretty impressive.
Russell taking a shot.
Downfield, and it's not there.
Damn, he had Metcalf one-on-one with somebody that's not Jalen Ramsey.
And he had Darius Williams right there in his hip pocket.
Yeah, he had him, but he's got
Good job, Williams, to stay with him.
The ball is out there to where he's got a shot at going to get it, but just, you know, really just not quite enough arm on it for Russell, and then it's, of course, on the boundary, but that ball's got to be, you know, more inside to kind of give him a shot. But I'm convinced, I say it, just after watching him, like I said, chase down Buda Baker, I just think he's got another gear that he's not tapped into completely.
Incomplete.
And this defense
Seahawks got a punt again.
to a really good start as Hollins and Fuller combined to knock it away from Olsen.
Yeah, really good. I mean, they've been able to frustrate Russell Wilson. They've been able to get a little bit of pressure on him, and neither offense so far in this game have been able to get really any kind of rhythm going for these quarterbacks to be able to settle in and start getting confident in what they're seeing and complete a high percentage of passes.
Dixon hits a booming punt
That was a hell of a punt. That's the Seahawks highlight of the first half when they've had the ball. Great punt.
Rams have the ball as they lead this one by 3.
Back to Carolina and Washington. Carolina's near midfield again with 32 seconds and a timeout at the end of the half. Ooh, dropped. Lucky break there.
In the chest. Coverage from Ronald Darby for Washington.
When I see Pharaoh Cooper, I think about that Rams-Falcons playoff game from a couple years ago where he fumbled that punt.
Another play on the corner. I believe that's his 3rd pass breakup here in the first half of this game.
And Darby has been a standout. Won a Super Bowl with Philadelphia. Signed a 1-year, $4 million deal. Seconds to play.
There's a blitz from Washington. They got Bridgewater on the run. Missed tackle, first down, Carolina.
The perimeter out of bounds. Stops the clock with 21 seconds left. And another first down for Carolina.
And you know his name we have not called much in the first half for Washington, and that is the rookie.
I'm just saying if Carolina gets a field goal range.
Now in a pass rush
All right, run another play so I can flip back to the game I'm actually covering here.
The normal starter, but Oku's missed 8 games this year. Langford Scott's done a really nice job in the first half, helping nullify Chase Young and his pass rushes.
Scott, formerly of the Chargers, Grambling State, undrafted free agent, 2018. Carolina has 1 timeout remaining.
Oh, Chase Young got a hold of that ball. Intercepted. Oh, I wish he could have stayed on his feet. Bridgewater reached back to throw, and Chase Young slapped the ball. Flew up in the air, and it got picked. There you go. Sucks you're not going to have any time to get any points off of that, but that's still a nice play. Chase Young was standing at the line of scrimmage before that play looking at Teddy Bridgewater like he was a fucking steak dinner. Nice play. At the very least, it keeps points off the board.
Beautiful look at
Back to Seattle.
Washington. They need a paint job on the roof of the stadium. That's what I noticed out of that.
Joe and Troy. The king of just dry humor. Robert Woods can't get anywhere there.
Last week, he had just one. Jordan Brooks, the rookie, made the stop. Here is the defensive turnaround over the past 6. You see the points allowed per game, the total yards. They were on a record pace on the bad side for pass yards allowed per game. Turn that around, and we've got
false start.
a flag at the snap.
False start. Offense number 89. 5-yard penalty. Still second half.
Against the tight end, Tyler Higbee. You know, you're right, Joe. The pass defense early on was really struggling, and they've gotten better for a lot of reasons, but the biggest thing is they stopped giving up the big plays. There's a look at my former teammate, Ken Norton Jr., and, you know, it was the second half of the Rams game, they were a lot better, but then it was really after that they started going and playing the kind of defense that you would expect, and they stopped giving up the big plays, and I think a lot of it is that Pete Carroll is so optimistic in believing that eventually they'll get to the level that they need to, and that has happened.
Damn, he carried Jamal Adams for like an extra 5 yards.
He's brought down by Adams after a 7-yard
Good tackle, but damn, he was along for the ride.
That's the longest carry of the day right there for the Rams. And
That's the one good thing you guys are doing, Jip. You're stopping the run.
defense has been good for the most part all
Puts more pressure on Jared Goff,
couple of teams that have had big
which is what you want.
but overall they've been hard to run the football.
Make him beat you with his arm.
Well, in this one against the Rams, that's really what they would prefer to do is get that running game.
Hey, next week I'm going to have a PS5. Surely it'll get here by then.
They've been awfully stingy in pass defense.
Fucking holidays. Ruining everything. Not only did I fuck up and order it right before Christmas, it was right before the weekend as well. Make you wait even longer. Rams are punting again. Let me see if Washington did anything there before the end of the half. Nah, I guess not.
He makes the play immediately once the
They only had like 12 seconds when I left.
saying, wow, there's no chance of picking up that first down, but there was nowhere else that Goff could have gone with the football. It was pretty much blanketed.
Seahawks are coming after this punt. Whoa! That might be roughing the punter.
Is hit. There's a flag down, and Hecker is injured.
Johnny Hager, it's a tough man.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass.
Ooh, roughing.
Defense
First down Rams.
15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Running into the kicker would have been fine, but they call roughing.
Fresh set of downs.
They were coming after this punt to block it. They got a little too aggressive.
It's the plant latest difference in roughing the punter, 15 yards, as opposed to running into the punter, which would have been 5 yards.
He was laying out to block it.
First down. That is a huge penalty.
He saw that flag come in and said, damn it.
Great field position to start.
You can't be mad at him. He was trying to make a play. It was not trying to kill the punter. He was just coming after it to block that punt. And his momentum just carried him into the plant leg. And that's a personal foul.
Hecker's not had his typical fantastic year. Dixon has had a better year punting than his counterpart.
That's basically a turnover.
That mistake by Neal brings the ball out to the 34. And the first down for the Rams, who are up by 3.
I think Goff did the right thing here. They were going to the line. They were at the line about to snap, and the officials weren't ready. And Goff huddles them back up, and I like that to at least try to establish some rhythm.
Still can't run the ball, but they're running the ball better than the Steelers do. I love that the Steelers just completely gave up on running the ball. And it won them the game. Oh, listen, it's Michael Cole. And the Rams said, fuck that commercial. We're going no huddle.
Meanwhile, the Rams hurry it up. Woods makes the catch.
Another third down. It's third down. I bet it goes to Cooper Kupp. This play's going to be all about getting the ball to Cooper Kupp. Slant or something. Is Kupp in the game? Yes, he is. Watch Cooper Kupp on this screen or a slant across the middle. Oh, no, they just have it run with Cooper Kupp. He's right at the first down. Well, I knew it was going to Kupp. I didn't think they'd bring him in motion and just hand him the ball like he's a running back. Ooh, I don't know if he got it. I think they marked it for him, but I don't know if he got it looking at that replay. Get on the ball. Troy just said what I said. I don't think he got the first down, but they marked it a first down. Pete Carroll can't challenge it now. Ooh, Jared Goff throws a duck. But Robert Woods catches it. He got open. It was a mismatch. They had Robert Woods on Bobby Wagner somehow. But look at this duck Jared Goff throws. Wah, 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 wah. Wounded duck. Eee. Oh, make the catch, Higbee.
Robinson had pressure. Pretty good throw by Goff, all things considered, but Higbee couldn't make the grab.
And I think going back to the last time they played Seattle, yes, Seattle did a lot of good things defensively in that second half, but I really thought it was more a lack of execution by the Rams. They had some drop passes in that second half that killed drives. Jared Goff missed a 45-yard, what would have been a touchdown to Tyler Higbee.
I threw my first interception in Madden 21 last night. Still won the game, but I was not happy. I only say that because a friend of mine on Steam is playing Madden right now. Oh, big run. They popped this one up the middle. First down. Well, that's something you can't start giving up there. They were doing such a good job so far.
So if they're going to play the edges, I'm not surprised now to see McVay come back and say, well, we've tried it. We're not having much success. They're handling that part of it pretty well. Let's come back and run some of that inside power game.
Longest run for either side in the game, 14 yards. And they fake it to Henderson and
Goff rolling, throws across his body, intercepted. What a terrible decision. That was the fucking Brett Favre special, just rolling. And he doesn't have Brett Favre's arm, and he just lobbed that thing across the middle. And Diggs intercepted it. Oh, Jesus. The fuck? Yeah, that was not good. And that's the difference in the game right there. Russell Wilson's better than Jared Goff. Is that going to be the difference? Is that really all it's going to take? I guess we'll see. Even though them fucking wings were dope. But I'm going to wait till morning to eat them. That's the Jared Goff way. That's the Jared Goff I shit talk on here every week. I've never been a Jared Goff fan. From the moment he got drafted, I'm like, this fucking guy's the first pick in the draft. Carson Wentz still better than Jared Goff. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Dak Prescott's better than Jared Goff. And I was a pretty harsh Dak critic there for a while before he got Amari Cooper and suddenly got decent. God, you just cannot do that. Yeah, Robert, we were actually watching when Chase Young got a hold of Bridgewater's arm and the ball floated up in the air and it got picked. Jared Goff just threw a terrible interception, just rolled to his right, and just didn't even try to throw it hard. He just like lobbed it across the middle of the field, and Diggs came down with it. And the Rams had a great drive going. They got bailed out on a roughing the punter call, which it was the right call, but that kept them going. But not now. Still just 6-3.
Week 16 continues tonight with Sunday Night Football on NBC and concludes tomorrow with Monday Night Football on
Titans-Packers. That's an interesting game to me. We're going to find out about the Packers tonight. We're going to find out. Most turnovers since 2019, Jared Goff with 38, Daniel Jones 37, Jameis Winston 35, and that's without having played this year. Baker Mayfield 35. Baker had a couple of fumbles today. Boy, I feel bad for the Browns.
After he turned it over 7 times combined between the Dolphins game and the 49er game earlier in the year.
Russell's pushing his luck, holding on to the ball, but it's not really bit him so far. Unless Detroit Aikman just tear Jared Goff a new asshole here for this. Just tuck it and run. That's just like Favre in that championship game when he played for the Vikings. Just tuck it and fucking run. Here's a nice run. Seattle's in LA territory.
Seahawks are starting to get a little bit of something going, and they've had the Seahawks have had pretty good field position. Now they get the interception. Now they've gotten the ball in midfield, but they've had good field position. You know, in this first half, the defense has been able to hold it to just 3 points. They've done a good job. Can they do it again?
Wilson keeps.
That play was doomed from the start. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. As soon as this hits halftime, I'll be flipping over.
Seattle, by the way, as they have the ball down by 3 with 2:13 left. They all 3 timeouts, and they get the ball to start the second half.
There's just not a lot open down the field for Russell Wilson, and the Rams are mixing coverages up. They're doing a lot of different things, but whatever it is that they're doing, it hasn't mattered because there's just been not many places for Russell Wilson to go with the football.
Pass to Disley, a juggle, a catch, and he's thrown down by Johnson immediately.
What the fuck is up with my damn stream?
That will take us to the 2-minute warning. We have not had a red zone visit
2-minute warning.
in this game. Not much going on offensively. Rams lead.
6-3 Rams. Is it updating now? I just refreshed it. I can't see what my stream looks like because it won't load on my phone. Let me put my goddamn shit on my Wi-Fi. So maybe it will fucking load and I can see what the screen looks like. Because my stream on my phone's about 20 minutes behind because it just keeps freezing. Literally can't fucking tell. It won't load for me. Let me exit that out then. Maybe it fucked up when I opened up another Google Chrome window or something. This will probably fix it. Lately in this house, it's been hard to have good internet because as soon as that, no matter what I'm on, as soon as they turn that damn tablet on in the living room, the internet just goes to shit. I could have my PlayStation, my computer, my TV, and my Xbox on, it'd run fine, but as soon as that tablet's on with anything else, the internet fucking jacks off for a while. Okay, I think I got it fixed. I'm annoyed that it didn't update for that damn long. But it's okay. Last night we looked at a blue screen for 3 hours, so at least you got something to look at today. Bring me my PS5. I'm excited for this week to get over with because the week after I should have my PS5.
Offensively so far.
So I'm glad we're through the holidays and getting back to business. So I want my PS5. Bring it to me. Third and 6. Great throw. Metcalf first down. You know, it's weird. The scoreboard was updating for me, but for some reason on the stream it was stuck.
Pick up the first down. Good work. That 17-yard play, the longest of the game for the Seahawks. Johnson sticks his head in there, and Reeder was assisting again.
Seahawks can double up here. They get the ball to start the second half.
Timeout is taken here before his second down at 6.
Yeah, Robert, I'm the same way when I'm watching my team play. I'm like, well, that guy got hurt for them. That's good for us, but hope he's okay.
They have one left. And so this, Troy, is not exactly what I expected coming into this game. Both defenses have been playing really well. The Rams are the #1 defense. Seattle's has been.
Troy Aikman's dressed like Silent Bob in a business suit.
No, I thought the Rams would have a little more success than what we've seen out of them offensively. Right now, I gotta believe that Sean McVay is really frustrated. I think
Somebody's been using their Kohl's Christmas gift cards. That's a nice tie. It's better than the tie Kurt Warner had on last night.
McVay's maybe trying to protect Jared Goff and how he's calling the games, and these turnovers. Like I said earlier, this team can be really good. They've got a lot of really good players, and they've got a defense that's a championship caliber defense. If they just don't turn the ball over, and that sounds really cliche, but when they don't, they're hard to beat. And, in a game like this, especially when you start talking about postseason, you just can't have those kinds of mistakes.
Oh. Tried to bullet that shit to Metcalf before Ramsey could even react.
Ramsey lets the Seahawks sideline hear about the play he just made.
That's the first time that he's been targeted with Jalen Ramsey on him. And a lot of times when you got a guy like Jalen Ramsey,
They're not having Jalen shadow Metcalf, but yeah, that's the first time they've even tried to get it to him when they've been matched up on each other. They got it, Metcalf and Ramsey again, bottom of the screen.
they play a lot of man. They give Jalen Ramsey some help, not because he needs it, but just because they change up the looks.
Got each other again. Wilson
Oh boy. And Russell goes down again. Leonard Floyd got his second sack of the day.
Aaron Donald got penetration, and Wilson ended up in the arms of Leonard Floyd.
It's just such great coverage there in the secondary that you get the pass rush that's getting to Russell Wilson. And
Everybody was covered, yeah.
passes that they call
Russell hasn't been able to do anything on his legs today.
down the field, protection hasn't held up, and there just hasn't been anywhere to go with the football.
Aikman looks like a flash. That was my second thought, Jeff. I said Silent Bob, but yeah, he looked like a flasher.
They have so many times this year what I was talking about. Now, they didn't get the ball in field goal range when the interception occurred, so Seattle did do some good things in getting
Seattle's going to kick a field goal
but good job
if they're lucky.
in not allowing anything more.
Boy, it's cold in here. I think I could close my fucking window at halftime.
9 remaining, and Myers will
Yeah.
try to knock it through from 49.
It's good. 6-6.
22 for 22. He's made 33 straight as he adds to his franchise record. The game tied at 6. Here's Kurt.
Christmas may be over, but the Verizon halftime show is the gift that just keeps on giving. We'll present all the early action for you coming up here in Week 16, including Ron Rivera and the Washington football team trying to wrap up the NFC East. It's all coming your way on the Verizon halftime. One's done.
See what he did there? It's all about the emphasis on
There
the
you
word
go.
present.
I will say, I don't know who all is in charge of the sets, but the Christmas Day set outside I thought was fantastic, and the set today in studio I thought looked terrific. So whoever all those people are that do all that work, nice job.
Hopefully they got a little something extra in their stocking this holiday season. You know, there have been 6 NFL games all year without a first-half touchdown. Will this be number 7? No timeouts.
Hey, Troy, where can I get that jacket? Pedos R Us?
Will set up shop at the 25.
Rams have 1:04, no timeouts. They could squeeze a little something here if Jared Goff will stop throwing the ball to the other team.
That interception that he just threw, and
Woo, it's cold.
timeouts and 64 seconds and a half.
You know what? I don't mind going to work at 6 tomorrow morning because we're going to be indoors and that building's warm as fuck that we're going to be in.
I mean, you have to
I was in there the other day and my dad was like dying. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's fucking cold outside. I'm glad it's warm in here.
Throw catch is made
A 2-yard gain.
for a gain of 2.
Seattle dropped 9 into coverage there. Did you guys see that Seattle just dropped 9 guys in coverage? And Jared Goff throws it short.
What you're saying about Goff is we're going to go up there and we are not going to be afraid to fail. Almost saying out loud what he wants to hear himself say with Goff. They just want to keep
I'm getting a PS5. I'm getting a PS5. Next week.
trying to stamp their ticket to the postseason here today. Blitz off the edge.
Wow.
This is to the running back Malcolm Brown. Hit him in a
Hey, man, Seattle might get the ball back and have more points before the half and get the second half kickoff, Jeff. Because it's 3rd and 8 now.
We saw this from them the last time these two teams met. And Ken Norton,
How the turntables.
defense, they've done a good job here in this first half. I think they're doing a good job of mixing things up. They're not giving up big plays.
We had fun streaming Raiders Dolphins last night. That was great. I went back and listened to some of that today to see how it sounded, and it was good. And the game was great. Goff's running. He's running. Why are you sliding, you dumb fuck? Call timeout, Seattle. Get the ball back. Why are you sliding there?
and the clock
They're obviously just going to use a timeout, make you punt.
49 seconds as Seattle takes the timeout.
I know they tell you to slide, but that's, like Troy said, that's a big fucking mistake here.
Slide, and there's a time to go get it. And
There you go get it.
one of those times you just got to go get it.
And Jared Goff pushed out, and now it's 4th down, and the Rams have to punt. And Sean McVay's letting him have it over there. I could tell by the head bobbing that McVay was like, the fuck are you doing?
Mask, you know that if he wasn't, you'd be able to read lips and see how frustrated he is with the way Goff's playing right now. A road game, divisional opponent, a game where if they win, they assure themselves of a postseason berth and have an inside track on the division. Not a good start. Their 3rd 3-0.
I dare you to run a fake. They punt.
Becker hits his best of the day.
Damn, what a punt.
Fair catch all in by
42 seconds, 2 timeouts starting from the 16.
Today's next gen stats powered by AWS. We look at Aaron Donald, like every offensive coordinator and offensive lineman does. He's ranked in the top 5 of pass rush get off for interior linemen in 3
Are they trying to say Aaron Donald gets off fast? That's offensive.
Number 1 at 0.86 seconds. And he's such a good athlete. He's not one of those big body kind of thick guys that is just going to plug up the middle. He is like he's carved out of granite.
Yeah, they talk about it, and they say, you know, they have veteran days off for these guys that are like Aaron Donald, who've been in the league a long time, proven veterans. They have veteran days off. They give him veteran days off, not because he needs a day off from practice, but because the offensive line needs a day off from him, because he goes full speed even at practice. He wears out his own guy.
From the 16, Wilson throws, good catch by Metcalf.
Quick timeout.
Behind him a bit, and Leader was there for the Rams. Timeout taken by Seattle. They have one left, and here's Carissa with a game break.
Thanks so much, Joe. Cowboys trailing 17-13,
Uh-oh.
Andy.
Michael Gallup. Damn.
Dallas
Dallas is up 20-17 on Philadelphia. Yee. No bueno.
East is going to be interesting to week 17, it looks like.
I guess interesting is the word. And it's kind of that way.
Troy's saying what I'm saying.
Well, the rules are somebody's.
Well, I think this announced team gets me better than any other team in football.
And then every year when they're
I love Collinsworth and Al, or Tirico, or the Monday night guys, but I feel like Joe and Troy,
there's always an outcry.
we're on the same wavelength most of the time.
Failed to make the postseason. The division winners shouldn't always be running the playoffs.
Russell stepping up.
He's looking for a lock-in and overthrown.
Incomplete, overthrown. Thought he had a shot there. That was launched a little too good.
He threw it 80 yards. Yeah, he might have. And, you know, Tyler Lockett, this guy, he's hard to overthrow, too, because he can scoot.
He can boot, scoot, and boogie.
Russell Wilson's got. And he had too much for
Oh, wait, Mike Adamley doesn't call NFL games. My bad. That's something he would have said.
Line kind of on that one. You know, you have developed a little momentum behind you. That's like when you're doing a long ball contest at the quarterback.
You're making me crazy.
Run about 7 yards towards the line before you launch it.
Here is a first down.
Call timeout.
Seattle will spend his
23 seconds, no timeouts. They're at the 30. Hey, they're already off to. They got a better shot here than the Dolphins had last night when they beat the Raiders.
5 yards of total offense. So
That was something special last night.
this defense is
And then you have the Colts and Browns both lose today.
tied up 6-6.
Maybe some of the early game headliners. Not a crazy day around
The Chiefs clinched the 1 seed in the dumbest fashion possible.
Steelers. They clinched the division. Kansas City Chiefs clinched the #1 overall seed in the AFC. The Browns lose to the Jets. The Jets really just want no part of picking first. They want to make sure that they don't get that first pick. And
It's too late for the Falcons to get the first pick, though. So why didn't the Jets do this like a month earlier?
on offense.
Why didn't the Jets start winning a month earlier?
When you say healthy, they have some iffy players, but they've gotten better too.
They're saying the Jets doubled down.
They doubled down. And that was not a fluke. The Rams were going to show you.
We don't mind losing that first pick.
And Jacksonville's like, thank you.
Exclamation mark on it.
Here's Wilson.
Oh, Russell.
They don't have any timeouts.
Just go to the half. Go to the half.
Clock will continue to run.
He's going to spike it.
And getting back late is Metcalf.
4 seconds. They say 5.
Another 5
We're on Tampa Bay time, apparently. They said 5. It should have been 4.
Week 16 matchup between two really good teams. Divisional rivals is sputtering to halftime.
Well, we'll see if he can get another running start and launch another one, and whether or not the Rams allow him to do that with the pressure that they've been able to get to him.
Ramsey is the deepest guy at the moment.
And the Rams is back inside the 20. I think Aaron Donald might have something to say about it. Instead, they hand off.
Halftime. All right, let's switch back to Washington and Carolina. The Rams and Seahawks are 6-6 at the half. And the Panthers and Washington just went to commercial. Let me run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Unless one of y'all want to come hold this for me. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm back. Oh yeah, that's a big break. So that's what that was doing before the commercial. That's what happened. So next year NFL regular season will be 17 games. Let's get the Carolina-Washington scoreboard up while we watch some of this.
The NFL on CBS.
Watch a little bit of this till Seattle and the Rams get back to business. See what Mr. Fun Time Dwayne Haskins is up to. Besides trying to fuck his team's playoff chances. And kill his head coach.
Merry Christmas from our crew to all of our viewers out there. Hope you had a terrific holiday.
Okay. Washington. You guys are jinxed against Carolina. You guys can never beat Carolina. You're like the anti-Falcons.
Incomplete, looking for Sims. And again, defensively, Dante Jackson holds up.
Speaking of defense, how about what Carolina's done today? Look at this coverage that they've got, and then ability to fly to the football. Shaq Thompson gets there first. Tyre Whitehead never takes his eyes off the quarterback, even as he's redirecting Logan Thomas, the tight end, gets to their passing lane and comes down with another takeaway. Look at this, 14 rushes, 17 passes. Rushing plays infinitely more successful.
Shotgun for Haskins. He throws off his back foot, complete to McKissick.
J.D. McKissick.
Took two defenders.
Dude's a mystery to me because he was on the Falcons roster during a preseason and lit it up and got cut.
Thompson and Trey Boston.
And I was like, really? We cut this guy? It's like we never had a good returner outside of Devin Hester. And we had McKissick in the preseason one year and the Falcons cut him.
Where they can make one move and make someone miss. But this 3-3-5 defense that Phil Snow runs with all the extra linebackers and defensive backs, they're so quick to the ball. They close down things very quickly.
Third down. Haskins is running backwards. He's looping back around. He's throwing it away. Oh, nope. He found somebody. Free up the sideline. 40, 35, 30, 25. Makes a man miss. 20. Down at the 15. Wow. Hell, I thought Haskins was throwing it away.
Keeps the play alive and turns it into the best offensive play of the day for Washington.
The two best plays of the game have been improvisation. As he looks back, all of a sudden the Carolina defense totally loses Cam Sims.
Cam Sims. You can't lose Cam Sims. That's Pittsburgh. That dude will fucking eat your ass up.
On the route, and then they totally left
Shaq Thompson trying to do everybody a favor and hurt Dwayne Haskins. Trying to put us all out of our misery. Ooh. Shaq Thompson. That was a bad play.
Said no.
When you see Shaq Thompson in 54, you almost forget when he came out of the University of Washington, the debate in the draft was, do we play him at safety or do we play him at linebacker? And in fact, some people thought he could have been a running back in the NFL. So he had all those things going for him. His positionless play is being used a lot. Shaq Thompson was one of the early ones a few years ago.
Loss of 6 on the play. Haskins holds up.
Haskins is actually making a couple of nice plays here and there. Good patience, that Tom.
Inside the 10. Dante Jackson over there defensively. But they get back the yards and then some.
Telling you, you're a second half team. You got this.
Third down and 3.
Haskins made 2 nice plays on this drive.
Dwayne Haskins able to hang in the pocket with everything swirling around him and find an open receiver, create this 3rd and short. And if he doesn't have what he wants right now,
Don't be surprised if he keeps this and gets it himself. It's only 2 yards. Ooh, oh, that was there. Kick the fucking field goal. Just take the points. Kick the field goal. Make it a 2-score game. Trust your defense. Kick the field goal. You can trust your defense, I promise. Brian Burns just limped off the field.
did he get to Dwayne Haskins on that one? And maybe
Looks like he's okay.
Burns came in with a knee injury. You're right, though. They're checking out a different part of his body right now.
Anybody just clicked, they're going to be like, the fuck, he's watching Carolina and Washington? Yes, it's halftime in the Seattle game.
Trying to make this a 2-score game with 4:04 to go in the 3rd. Right down the middle for Hopkins. It's 20-6. Carolina.
Okay, 14 points. We're still in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be okay.
It's not about how far apart.
Now I'm going back to Fox just in case halftime. I haven't been keeping track of time. I'm an idiot. Between games, I got to jump into Red Dead Online and keep my daily challenge streak alive. I'm just going to do like 1 or 2. I just got to keep the daily challenge streak in Red Dead alive because I get more gold for completing them. And I'm going to have a day or 2 off this way. I'm going to be off New Year's Eve. Fucking Kiss is playing on New Year's Eve in the afternoon. I'm going to be home. Kiss is playing in Dubai and they're streaming the show. And it starts at noon here on the East Coast. So I ain't working on New Year's Eve. I'm going to watch my favorite band. I'm going to blast this fucking shit loud as fuck in here. Because I ain't seen Kiss play all year. So I'll be very happy to watch it. I should have been paying attention. They were just showing the weather during the commercial break. Damn. Rest in peace, Brody Lee, Luke Harper. I mentioned that last night on the stream. I found out that Brody Lee died during the stream last night. He was always one of my favorite modern wrestlers. He was in the Wyatt family as Luke Harper. And I always thought, Bray Wyatt is so good. But there were a lot of times where Luke Harper would like outshine Bray Wyatt, and Luke Harper's supposed to be like the henchman. But he was such a charismatic worker, a lot like Bray Wyatt was, or still is, excuse me, that he would show him up sometimes. Watch a little more Washington, Carolina before I flip back.
Well, the Haskins headlines only part of the story this week in D.C. Culture concerns in Washington remain at the forefront. News of a settlement paid in 2009 with a female.
But I thought the culture was actually damn good in Washington.
Against owner Daniel Snyder. This is just the latest in a series of reports this season regarding.
Don't ever talk about Dan Snyder. The culture was not good.
Is ongoing. Ron Rivera brought in along with team president Jason White to help turn around this culture. Both have done excellent work. Our own Jason LaConfora reporting on the NFL Today that we're looking for a GM.
Good tackle, Chase Young.
And that play whistled dead.
That was Chase Young with a one-arm tackle to bring that running back down.
Getting his nose in there defensively.
When he hit this team, number 2 overall pick, he came in humble yet confident. You mentioned it earlier in the game, Ryan, willing to listen to his teammates, learn from them, but at the same time showing them his leadership through his work ethic and play, and he's doing that in a big way in this game. He's trying to bring this defense along to make big plays, help their offense get back into this one.
Coach Rivera said during the rough patch to Chase Young and the team, "You're not losing, you're learning." Bridgewater,
Curtis Samuel barely held on to that.
10-yard pickup.
And here's how he is helping his team today. Look at him from the right side, working against Trent Scott. Pops the ball free from Teddy Bridgewater, turns it to an interception by Cameron Curl. And now watching against Michael Schofield, a backup offensive tackle. Almost the same play, but this time he knocks it to the ground and covers.
Chase Young single-handedly trying to get this fucking game won. Single-handedly.
This is a 3rd and 2 for Carolina. Bridgewater sets.
Ugh. They convert the third down.
Tosses it in there for a first down.
I gotta switch back and see what's going on.
This broadcast is copyrighted.
Rams Seahawks is about to start back.
And wasn't Chase
Watch
Young
another
awfully
couple of
close
plays.
on that one? I mean, Teddy Bridgewater had to step up into the pocket, fire it, and on the backside, they were trying to get to him. Nice pitch and catch. Moore understood where he was, right in the middle of the briar patch, and got down before Bostic and Holcomb could put their shoulders into it.
Washington won the NFC East 5 years ago. Last time they were in the playoffs. That year they started 2-4, then won 7 of their last 10 games to secure the division title.
Man, if they don't get pressure, guys are wide open. I don't think Washington's secondary is that good. Because if they don't get pressure, somebody's wide open.
43-yard line.
There might be a hold in the middle of the field against Ian Thomas, the tight end. I thought Washington had a grasp on him as the route was being run.
Carl Cheffers, most penalties per game.
Holding number 53. Defense, a penalties declined. Results of the play. First down.
No, they get John Bostic.
The Dalton killer, John Bostic.
Play will stand. Carolina continues to move it downfield against this Washington defense.
Now, that was Bostic working with Ian Thomas, the tight end, going down the middle of the field, and he's the one that they detected with the hold. But Carolina smartly takes the bigger play and continues to possess the ball, and they try and knock this clock out here in the 3rd quarter.
Line of scrimmage is now at 41 of Washington. Down to a minute 28 to go in the 3rd. Spin move by
Damn. Oh, he fumbled. He fumbled, but they blew it dead. He fumbled, but they blew it dead. They said forward progress was stopped. Damn. That was totally a fumble. They were just a little too quick to blow the whistle.
will be for naught.
You guys got robbed on that one, Robert.
Looking for an explanation.
Oh, that's clearly a fumble, though. But you can't challenge it. Well, I got to get back to the Rams and the Seahawks. Back to Rams, Seahawks. Washington just kind of got robbed there.
Do it. Take care of the ball, and that was it. He was off. Pete Carroll, a little different. He said
Seattle's got the ball here to start the half.
They do get the opportunities when the breaks happen for them. Obviously, you got to take advantage of them.
Well, each kicker.
It's 6-6.
The only turnover is the interception by Goff.
First and 10 at the 30.
You got half of a football game to
And Carson gets fucking wrapped up and taken down immediately.
either for a divisional title in the case of the Seahawks or into the playoffs in the case of the Rams as Sebastian Joseph Day brings down Chris Carson, no gain.
I do think it's interesting with what Aaron Andrews just said, and that being, here you got McVay, who's really upset and doesn't feel that they played the level that they need to, and they haven't. And then meanwhile, Pete Carroll over here, he's pretty calm, saying, hey, I think things are going pretty well. And the reason for that is this is a style of game that Seattle is totally comfortable playing. And we've seen this all the time.
I think this is a Rams kind of game. They play better defense than Seattle.
And the Rams and Les Snead.
So I disagree with Troy.
Everybody needs to get credit for these safeties that they drafted. Johnson, third round pick out of Boston College, and then the rookie Jordan Fuller, who's so good. They got in the 6th round this year out of Ohio State.
Yeah, they're both really good players. Fuller's had a heck of a rookie season, and then don't forget Taylor Rapp. He's on IR, and he's a good player at that safety position also.
Russell a lot quicker to get out of the pocket that time. What a catch. David Moore. Damn, Jeff. We're at the Ram 23 now. Ah, Russell, come on now. Should have just committed, ran through that hole. There was space there, but he wanted to cut back inside for some reason. So Russell makes a great throw and then makes a bad play.
The adjustment that he's able to make, and you're going to see that what I saw when Russell Wilson gets out there, there's nobody out in front of him. I just thought that he was going to take the easy 15, 20 yards on the run. Instead, he lays it up. It's good concentration and nice job of finishing the play.
This is going over the middle of the end zone. Nope, it's a draw. I thought it was going to be a play action on the draw and then throw over the middle.
Former first-round pick by the Bears.
Third down.
Didn't pick up his fifth-year option. Boy, the Rams glad that he ended up out there to take. As they brought Brandon Staley, their defensive coordinator from Denver, but he had been with Floyd in Chicago.
The Seattle Seahawks on that sideline, so it was right in front of them. They were hollering for a horse collar. There's Brandon Staley. The job he has done. He was just a linebackers coach for 3 years in the NFL prior to getting this job, but he learned well. He was a big fan, and he's been excellent.
They're down in 9 now. Wilson gets.
Come on, Russell, make a decision. There you go. Carlos Hyde to the 4.
Morgan Fox stepped up with pressure, and Russell Wilson dropped it right over him.
Yeah, this is Russell Wilson. Once he's able to get...
Don't tell me Russ is starting to cook now.
He puts the pressure on the other defenders. Are you going to come up and make a play on him? And if you do, then all of a sudden the ball's coming underneath to Carlos Hyde. You're wrong either way. Reeder was forced there to the side, and it's good job for Wilson. Have to get the one big play like they got to David Moore, it just sets you up, and now can they finish it off?
First down and goal, Wilson keeps. Disley, Wilson.
Touchdown, Russell Wilson. They had the Rams about 3 different ways there. Russell ended up running it in.
Kept looking for Disley to get open. Play got strung out. And Russell Wilson just able to tuck it inside the front corner of the end zone for the first touchdown of the game.
just put the ball in his hands enough times, and he's going to make plays that end up being the difference in winning and losing.
Just the second rushing touchdown of the season for Wilson.
13-6. All right, back to Washington. Never mind, they're on commercial. But it's 13-6 Seattle. What about the other scores right now? Chargers 16-3 over Denver. Dallas up by 10 over Philadelphia. Everybody knows the Cowboys the worst team in that division. They just won't die, will they? But we all know how bad they suck. And I still don't know how that play got blown dead in the Washington game a little while ago. That's annoying. Because Washington needs every break they can get on defense to win this game. Because I don't see their offense doing much to help them. I wish my phone would do a little something to help me right now, motherfucker. What the hell? Sometimes for, you know, it's in the interest of player safety. They try to blow it dead if it looks like it's like not going anywhere, but a little too often sometimes they do it too soon. Sometimes they let a play go on forever where forward progress should have been called. Then at other times they let it go too damn long. They let it go too long or they call it too soon. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay.
America's Game of the Week continues from Seattle. And Sean McVay, who's in his 4th year, trying to get to the playoffs, make it official to win here today for the 3rd time over those 4 seasons. They missed the postseason by a game.
13-6, so the pressure's back on Mr. Jared Goff to stop being a tool.
Here in Seattle by Greg Zerline back in week 5 of 2019. But not too good offensively for the Rams. See if they can get it going here in the second half. We'll get a return by Webster.
Ooh, good kick return.
He's out across the 30. Myers, the kicker, made the tackle. Let's check in for a game break. Here's Kurt. All right, the Cowboys.
There's the red rifle cooking again. You know, when Prescott went down, I was like, the Cowboys could still do something with Dalton, and they're just now figuring it out almost too late in the season. But
Any chance at winning the East, which is their only opportunity to make the playoffs.
Dalton has been playing very well.
The winner is obviously very much alive with a week to go. 2 divisional matchups.
Here's a big run for the Rams.
Good start to this possession. Got a good block by Robert Woods, and that's not surprising. As a wide receiver, he's about as good as there is.
He really is, and they go multiple tight ends. They get the edge blocked as well on KJ Wright. They lead there with Robert Woods, and there goes Darrell Henderson. So a good start to this drive. They need something positive to happen so they can start to get a little bit more of a tempo. I'm surprised they took as long as they did even in the huddle there, that they wouldn't try to pick it up a little bit and get to the line as quickly as they could and get Seattle on their heels a little bit.
Here's a fake toss. Goff.
Hey, now Jared Goff wants to tuck it and run.
Inside the 45 to the 44. this season, 4-0. Trying to make it 5-0 after losing in Week 15 to the Jets. Numbers are all good for Sean McVay's team following disappointment. See what happens here on 2nd down and 7.
Well, that's what Sean McVay's been banking on. You know, that they have responded well when they've had difficult losses, tough losses like they had against the Jets, that they would come back and have a better showing.
Henderson, right side.
That's some tough running.
Darrell Henderson is able to get it down just inside the 40 for 4 yards.
I think Sean McVay's like a lot of offensive coaches that, you know, when you've got a quarterback maybe that's
Some point in this game, I might have to give that Carolina-Washington game some extra attention if it gets like really close at the end.
quick passes, and they do a good job. Here's a big third down right
There's
here.
Jared Goff with that dumb, vacant expression in his eyes. 3rd and 3. Hey, they convert.
For the first down, Gerald Everett.
I just unplugged my
Two really
headset.
talented tight ends, the other being Higbee, has a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, so they've, you know, we've talked about
I just unplugged my headset by mistake. Good thing my computer has a mic.
in previous years, and I like this personnel against the Seahawks defense.
I rearranged my desk
Tight ends,
in anticipation of my PS5 getting here.
they're a tough cover. These guys are.
So my computer's in a new position now.
Henderson tries the left side and gets a yard, maybe 2.
Rams are noticeably like, you know what? With that stupid interception Goff threw in the first half, let's not take the chance. Let's really try to hammer down and establish a run
Benefited from the arrival of Carlos Dunlap.
and not give Jared Goff too many chances to lose us this game.
That he has made. He's coming along, and we talked about it a little bit earlier. I think Pete Carroll does an excellent job of really remaining positive with these players, and he's patient with them. Knows that not everybody just comes right into the league and lights it up, and sometimes it takes a little time.
Good protection wide open is Higbee. First
Ooh, Higbee breaks off the tackle. Down to the Seattle 11.
missed tackle
Thought they had him wrapped up, but he spun out of it.
and a 21-yard gain.
Really good by Tyler Higbee.
Good route and everything.
Adams, that's,
And Jamal Adams, shockingly, didn't bring him down.
he's able to keep churning and pick up the first down and then some.
The Higbee finished red hot last year when
Here's where the Seattle defense gets into trouble, right, Jeff? Second half.
coming off the 60s.
Every defense tends to struggle a bit more in the second half, but the bad ones really do. Hello from Atlanta, by the way. We're the worst.
Urgency from this Rams offensively.
Handoff to Reynolds.
It's an end around.
Woods blocking out in front. Reynolds
Ooh, Diggs with a little extra out of bounds.
to 6.
No flag, though. I thought that was a little extra.
About it, Joe, that in that first half, Seattle really did a nice job setting the edge, not allowing the Rams to get outside in the perimeter game. And Carlos Dunlap is the defensive end to that side, and it gets on you so fast. You got to really be mindful of it if you're going to be able to play it. We'll give Woods a lot of opportunities on that play. It's a good pickup.
3 tight ends in the game for the Rams on 2nd and 5.
Soft corner down here at the bottom.
Across from the rookie Van Jefferson.
Look at Adams coming off the edge to chase down the running back. Oh, too late. First down.
Near the one they're going to
Jamal Adams nearly Palomalu'd that snap count and called it perfect.
Henderson's hurt.
But Henderson was so fast, he was able to get the first.
And they're going to look at
Why are they going for it on 4th down, Robert? Hold on, let me flip over. I bet they're on commercial. Yeah, they're on commercial. Why the fuck would they go for it on 4th? Just kick a field goal.
in as many weeks.
I'm assuming, were they in field goal range, Robert?
Just outside the 1-yard line.
Seattle, well, the Rams are going to have 1st and goal here, but Henderson's down.
1st and goal when we come back.
I knew I was going to be in for a good game just because of the Seattle Seahawks giving their fans a heart attack. You know, the Panthers really haven't been crap all year. The Panthers just struggle to finish off games, and in certain matchups, they've looked really bad. They've only had Christian McCaffrey for 3 games. Teddy Bridgewater looks like a deer in headlights if he's pressured. Defense on the secondary has been bad all year, though. That's why they lost to Minnesota in the fashion that they did, where they should have really ran away with the game against Minnesota. They were really one bad play away from beating Green Bay last week, so the Panthers are a little better than their record shows. But you're right. Washington should have come in here and bitch slap these dudes all around. I hope Alex Smith plays next week. I hope McLaurin plays next week. This is still in your hands no matter what happens today. And you're going up against a rookie next. Jalen Hurts is a rookie. I know he's played pretty well, but he's a rookie against your defensive line. So, look, it's still well within Washington's reach. You would just like to sew it up today. And for the dignity of the NFL, it would be nice to have an 8-8 team win the division instead of a 7-9 team. But it is what it is at this point. Looks that way anyhow. Haskins is literal human trash, and he's also trash on a football field. But what can you do?
Had to limp into the tent. He gets attention. There's Malcolm Brown, who has 5 rushing touchdowns on the season. Checks in. Rams trying to answer, and here they are, 1st and goal. The ball just inside the 2.
I bet they run it at least 2 times in a row and throw it on 3rd if they don't get in. And it's blown up completely.
He met Brown in the backfield and a loss of 2. Meanwhile, this isn't a tie ball game because of the play made by Jamal Adams on the run by Henderson. The job that he does coming from the
Adams jumps off the screen on this play that they're showing right now. When it happened, I was like, good God.
Lose a little yardage on that last play. Jordan Brooks. He doesn't get a ton of playing time because so many offenses play 3 wide receivers and then he leaves the field. But when they play the 2 tight ends like the Rams are today, he's getting more action, made a great stop.
2nd and goal from the 4. They run it again. Oh, down at the 1. Down inside the 1. It's going to be 3rd and goal from inside the 1. Now, this does set up a sneak or just a run or whatever. And, yeah, you know what? Honestly, like Troy just said, fuck it, 4 down territory, right? Jeff's concentrating right now, Lori. I just think he's concentrating. He's like me. He's trying to will something into existence when I watch football. This is a sneak all the way, isn't it? Yep. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. He was stopped twice. It was a sneak all the way.
I thought the ball might have come out. I think right now they're hoping that it is 4th down and that it's not Seattle football. Well, the officials very...
Here's a good shot of this. He's clearly stopped short. And the ball did come out. 4th and goal. I say run the same damn play again, honestly. They didn't lose yardage. Just didn't get in. Yo, I thought the Colts were going to run away from the Steelers in the second half today when the Colts made that goal line stand. And Pete Carroll's going to challenge and say that the Seahawks recovered this.
He's going to challenge it.
But did you see the goal line stand the Colts had against the Steelers in the 3rd quarter? I thought that was going to end the game right there, but the Steelers still came back and won. But what if they go back and look and say that the Rams recovered it for a touchdown? Well, anyhow, I'm going to flip back to Washington and Carolina and see what's going on. And they're on commercial.
It's going to be either Seattle's ball or 4th and goal after we get the call.
It's either going to be 4th and goal for the Rams or Seattle recovered it. I don't know how the hell you see who recovered that ball. It definitely came out, though. Jeff is in deep concentration. Deep. Don't show that Burger King commercial, because now I want one of them original chicken sandwiches. And that's like the juiciest chicken sandwich you'll ever eat from a fast food place. Them Burger King chicken sandwiches. That shit's juicy. I had a spicy McChicken the other day for the first time. That was awesome. That was some kicking chicken. It was 2 for $3, and I'm a cheap ass, so yeah, we went to McDonald's for lunch, and I got 2 of them spicy McChickens. McDonald's is so never the first place I want to go to eat, but, you know. That hinky guy's in. Yeah, see, they've had enough of Dwayne Haskins. He shouldn't have even played in this game anyway, but they really had no choice. They're going to be nice and call him Heineke. I'm going to call him Hinky. Mr. Hinky. Not to be confused with Mr. Hanky from South Park, the Christmas poo.
There was a fumble, but there was not a clear recovery. Seattle loses the challenge, and they're charged the first time out.
So they said there was a fumble, but no clear recovery, so they just 4th and goal. I say come right back and run the same damn play.
Black hole down there. Nobody knows where the ball is at this point. It looked like Goff might have gotten on top of it anyway, and the officials came in and immediately signaled it was 4th down. So
this ball is sitting right in front of the goal line. They're just going to straight run it this time. And it's fucking stuffed. Seattle made a goal line stand. Turnover on downs. I didn't like that play call. I would just have went back to the sneak. I'm not going to give them time to get after the ball. I'm just going to bring it right at them. What are the odds of them stopping that quarterback sneak 2 plays in a row? I would have just loaded up like I was going to call that play they just did, but run the sneak again. Coach Dale telling you what he would have done. Hey, there's Geno Smith. Here's a fucking commercial. Shut up. Lowe's. Why'd you leave Jimmy Johnson, you fucks? Kick a man while he's down. Jimmy Johnson's going into the worst years of his career, and Lowe's is like, no thanks. See you later. That's championship defense by Seattle there. Boy, them Seattle playoff games, Jeff, I don't know how you're going to live through them. I don't know how any of us are going to live through a Seattle playoff game this year. Have a stroke. As if that championship game against Green Bay a few years back wasn't bad enough. Seattle starts at their own 1. I'm the Rams. I'm coming after it. Bring a blitz. Ooh. Russell had to throw it quick.
This is the play by Jamal.
Blitz again.
This guy's playing his heart out, and he saved the touchdown.
He sure did. He sure did, because this is a touchdown by Henderson. There's no one else out there. And he comes in all the way from behind, just never lets up, tracks him. You don't think a whole
That could be a division-winning tackle there by Jamal
lot
Adams.
difference in 7 points and being able to shut him down.
Second down and 10 with a ball at the 1.
Blitz.
Pass is over the middle, caught by Disley.
Third down.
A gain of 6. Now the Seahawks want to hurry it up.
Oh, Aaron Donald. Sacks Russell back at the 3. 4th down.
Aaron Donald has taken down Russell Wilson.
Boy, you notice when Aaron Donald makes a play, he comes exploding up through there. That's why I said, oh, shit.
Move almost on every play. He gives you so much. You need a play? Look for 99.
That should be on his business card.
It should be. And Aaron Donald's trying to pull him into the end zone.
Running a flinch and a false start out on
False
the
start.
edge by Lyndon Stevens.
This guy, he is.
Now, here's a guy.
I'll start. Offense number 34. Pass hits the goal. No 4th down.
You could look at every player that's ever played in the National Football League and not find many that do what he's able to do week in and week out. It doesn't matter who they're playing, how significant the game might be. You can't watch the Rams play and not be impressed weekly watching Aaron Donald.
Dixon has to get rid
Barely got that punt away.
of Webster. Hauls it in.
Good punt, all things considered. Fumble!
Seahawks look like they got it.
They muffed the punt. Good luck figuring out who recovered that. I think Seattle recovered it.
When it was on the ground, Seattle thinks they have it.
The Rams seem convinced they have it, and they say the Rams have it. Ooh, boy. Jeff, you can change your pants.
Play was made by Cody Barton. He knocked it out. And then a couple of players had a shot at the ball. The Rams avoid disaster.
Somehow the Rams come out of it with the ball. Back to Washington. Got to score a touchdown on this drive, Robert. You know it. This is 4-down territory now with just 5:45 to go.
Understands where they're on the scoreboard, need 2 scores against them. As you just noted, anything underneath, round it to make the play.
Second down and 6. Heineke. McKissick makes his move. J.D.
3rd and short, or did he get the first?
Formerly with Atlanta, Seattle, and Detroit.
Trust me, McKissick's the one that got away from Atlanta. God knows we needed a fucking return game.
College, turned into a running back.
Say 3rd and a half a yard for Washington.
3rd and 1 for Washington with 5 minutes to play. They'll run for it with McKissick. First down. Spun down.
Guys, gotta hurry. I'd be going no huddle right now. Get on this ball, get it in the end zone. You got 3 timeouts and everything, but
Timeouts remaining. They are down 20-6 to Carolina. A win for Washington, and they win the NFC East. A loss, and that game next week at Philadelphia will still be there for the taking for the Washington football team.
down to the Carolina 5.
Thomas, and he takes it to the 5. They pick up 9 yards on the play. Heineke directing this offense well. He's now 8 of 11 for 65 yards. Heineke
Ah! He tripped and fell, sacked.
tried to cut it upfield.
Get up, on the ball.
Some time, but could not maintain his football.
Time is of the essence here.
Operating with Julian Stanford.
sacks, correct? Indeed. Add to the totals. Brian Burns and his teammates thought he should have gone to the Pro Bowl this year.
Loss of 7 on the play. Heineke.
Don't know where Heineke was throwing that ball. I got to go back to the Seattle game. It's 4th down. They obviously have to go for it.
Welcome back to Lumen Field. Here's what's at stake.
Rams have the ball at the Seattle 44.
The division, their first divisional title since 2016. And for the Rams, they clinch a spot in the playoffs, and then they would need a win in Week 17 or a loss by Seattle to win the division. Best starting field position for the Rams by 26 yards, and they avoided disaster when somebody got on top of that fumble. We watched the replay of it during the break. You can't believe that Seattle somehow didn't come away with the ball. Here's Goff. You've seen this play over and over and over. And a short gain of 3 on the play. Watch how many Seahawks have a chance at this ball, including Lyndon.
Yeah, you know, I was doing the math in my head when the fumble happened, and there looked like an awful lot of Seahawks jerseys around it compared to Rams. How come every one of the Rams' new logos looks stupid as fuck? I mean, the uniforms are bad enough, but every fucking logo they have looks dumb. No running game for the Rams.
This defense is flying around, and it brings up 3rd down. I think right now Seattle knows that they are playing against a quarterback that has lost a little bit of confidence, and they're loading the line of scrimmage. They're not going to let the running game beat them, and they're going to put the ball in Jared Goff's hands, and he's got to find a way to take advantage of some of these matchups that they're getting on the perimeter, because he's got the horses on the outside.
They really called holding there, Robert. Here comes a blitz off the edge from Adams. Didn't get there. 1st down Rams. They picked up that blitz, and Everett gets a 1st down.
On 3rd down and 7 in a game of 9. Yeah, it's a good job of hanging there in the pocket. You know, pretty contested right there in the middle, but he puts it on him, and you know, the biggest completion in this ball game is just 22 yards. That's the one where Higbee was able to break some tackles. They have not been able to really get anything down the field. Should end the quarter, a game of 6. Watch Goff on the previous throw on his follow-through. Hits Benson Mayoa.
Ow.
Gotta give Goff credit for that 9-yard.
That's an injury that happens to a lot of quarterbacks, hitting your hand on the helmet.
Rams will have it. 2nd down when we come back.
All right, back to Washington. 4th and 18. I'm watching now. Oh. Well, it's a long shot now.
The intended receiver, and Dante Jackson there defensively.
Gandy Golden has the size advantage, but Jackson with the positioning advantage. Right in front of him, times it well. He's got it bodied off. So that ball's either going to be caught by Jackson or no one. So for Heineke's passing record, it was good. It was incomplete. But another big play by this Carolina defense. And this has been...
It's back. The only location for the great...
Jeff, we got a whole quarter to go. I don't think Jeff's blood pressure is going to hit peak performance until a little later on in this quarter. We got a whole quarter left for this to go completely wrong or completely right. Hard to tell. T-Mobile's not in a good mood today. They won't load shit for me. Can I just say how annoying it is when people just send voice messages and I have to stop what I'm doing and listen to this shit over and over throughout the day? It's very irritating.
The replay here is again. Watch the thumb get spread out as it gets banged off the helmet of Benson Mayoa. And during the break, Goff has been trying to get some feeling back in that thumb. He said he was okay just before they took the field, or he did, to start this fourth quarter. We'll see. Second down and 4 as Goff is going to it's broken up. Griffin made that play in front of Reynolds.
Jeff, after this season, you've got a pretty good baseline for what you expect your blood pressure to be at this point in the Seahawks game. So, yeah, you should be used to it by now.
Good work, and yeah, that thumb, I've had, everybody who's played the quarterback position has had that happen. I've hit my thumb so many times, I got a big knot on it, but it affects.
3rd and 4. I don't think this is 4-down territory. You can kick the field goal here. Your defense is playing well if you're the Rams. They convert, though. Cooper Kupp.
Forward progress stopped at the 16, and Goff deserves credit for hanging in there.
Cooper Kupp, the king of 3rd down.
Watch him. Oh, that thumb's out.
Ooh.
And it looks like he actually popped it.
He had to pop his thumb back into place. Ah.
He did do that. Wow. And no, you're right.
Never question that man's toughness.
They always talk about some quarterbacks in the league saying they're tough. I think everyone who plays that position, you have to be tough because you deal with a lot. And he's hanging in there and he delivered a perfect cross on that one.
Sacked. Goff didn't look too excited about getting back on his feet there.
Washington last week, and he gets his 4th of the year here, a loss of 7. Pretty good coverage there by the Seattle secondary, and then Robinson does an outstanding job. Once he realizes that Goff is sliding up in the pocket, he levels off, and then he comes back underneath and is able to take him down. First sack of the game for the Seahawks, who came in with 31 over the last games.
Incomplete.
3rd down and 17 as KJ Wright made sure Reynolds couldn't make the catch.
A lot of times in these 3rd and longs like this, Joe, you'll see Sean McVay. He'll want to run the quick wide receiver screen, get the ball to Cooper Kupp or Robert Woods, try to get a convoy out in front of him and see.
Who'd he say, a convoy?
If you don't pick it up, you make it that much easier then for Matt Gay on the field goal attempt. But or does he feel pressure to try to pick up this first down right here? But 3 points is still important.
Well, they run it, and they make the field goal easier. It'll basically be an extra point now. Kick it. In the words of the Beastie Boys, kick it.
Yeah, or you just come back and you hand it off to Malcolm Brown and you just.
They're looking at Goff's hand again.
You're not going to pick it up and not risk coming away with no points.
I think that's what they're going to do. And wait, they just did 33-yard try.
It's good. 13-9. Just out of morbid curiosity, let's go back to the Washington game. Got the ball back pretty quick. Out of timeouts, though. Got to score twice in 3 minutes. Dallas is up by 13 on Philadelphia at the start of the 4th quarter.
Kind of shows the shovel. One. Thomas for a first down. Washington cannot stop the clock, only the 2-minute warning. 7-yard gain through the air.
Hey, magically my cable remote started working again today, and I didn't even change the batteries. I don't know what the fuck that shit was last night. It would not work. Ooh! Oh! If you'd have caught that, you'd have had a chance at winning this game.
Opportunity there for Dante Jackson, who got his hands on it.
Was Phil Snow defensive coordinator for Carolina?
Never mind.
Made of doing what's right.
Why am I this tired for somebody who slept till noon? I could go to bed right now, honestly. I wish I could, but we're doing Titans-Packers, so I'm not missing that game. Being a football fan's harder on me than being a NASCAR fan. NASCAR, you have one race a day, that's it. And football, it's like, well, this game's coming on, I want to watch this. You end up sitting in front of your TV for 9 hours. Wish I got paid to do this. I don't bitch about that like I used to since I've been back to work for a couple of months.
An official insurance sponsor of the NFL.
Should be an entertaining rest of the fourth quarter here in
12:49 to go. Seattle 13, Rams 9.
The Seahawks have a 12.5-minute time of possession advantage. 4 drives of 10 or more plays, but only 9 points. Trail by 4 with 12:49 to go.
Bring your defense to the playoffs. You will go far. That's what a lot of these games are telling me today.
It's about a wash. Simba Webster made that stop. Let's go down to Aaron Andrews.
Well, obviously all eyes on Jared Goff and how he's doing with that thumb. You can see here when he was just trying to hold the ball. This reminds me of Drew Brees last year when they were playing the Saints and he injured his hand. Came over to the sidelines. He didn't get much medical attention. You see him there with a heat pack on. He's kind of been up and down over here on the sideline, still kind of massaging that thumb of it. That's a hockey player move, just popping that thing back into place. I respect that.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to do it yourself. Why waste time going over there? I like the hockey player move. Aaron would know a thing or two about that.
Oh, Russell. Almost made a brilliant play there. Yeah, the Rams have dominated time of possession. I feel like we've barely seen Russell Wilson.
Both these defenses have really been outstanding today.
Tell you what, Troy Reader's played well. In place of the injured Micah Kaiser, who's out. Hurt his knee at Tampa Bay. Kaiser was their leading tackler. Reader has taken over, making his 5th straight start, and it's like they haven't missed a beat. Free agent from Delaware.
Hi, I'm in Delaware. Oh, Jesus. I thought he was going to get squished by Aaron Donald, but he slipped away and then got squished by 3 other guys.
Flush that out to the outside, and then good fill out there to make the stop. Darius Williams was the first guy up.
So great when you see these corners come up and make plays like that. We mentioned Shaq Griffin and DJ Reed, and now Darius Williams comes up, and Jalen Ramsey is a cover corner. He does it also, and you just feel like the Rams sense that they have to come up with the big play on defense to help out this offense.
Uh-oh. Jalen Ramsey made the tackle, but DK got a first down.
Conversion on 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Metcalf helps Chip right there on Floyd, and he causes Ramsey then to just hesitate.
Good tackle, though. Most corners would not make that tackle, especially on somebody as big as DK Metcalf.
Ramsey trying to make the play before he's able to pick the first down, just unable to do so with a guy like DK Metcalf as physical as he is.
First snap of the game for Rashad Penny. First round pick from 2018, coming off a torn ACL. Second game back. Pete Carroll and Brian Schottenheimer told us he's the
Oh my God, what? The Seahawks have a healthy backfield full of running backs? That's new.
Quite a bit. Third carry in 2 weeks for Penny gets 6.
Yeah, he's, for a guy his size, Joe, he's got the home run speed where he can take it the distance, and that's really the only thing that Carson, kind of lacks. He's physical as well, and obviously a great runner. This guy's got really good speed.
If he would have just got upfield, he'd get a first down there. But just get forward, get the first down. Quit fucking dancing.
The side judge there trying to figure out that spot there, saying, I don't know, I think you might have, but I think it was a good spot from what I could tell. That tells you how tough these yards are to come by. You can't take anything for granted in this game.
Hey, first down. Seahawks are doing it boring, though. They're just running the ball up the middle. Flag.
Penalty flag on the play as Carson picked it up. Flag on the far side of the field.
Illegal shift. Never mind. Make it 3rd and 6.
We'll see if this comes back to hurt Seattle as it takes the first down away.
Take a look at it here. It's got a good set.
Well, Robert, there is a chance. Just not a very good chance.
When the ball was snapped, but it looked like he got set to me.
That costs the Seahawks a first down. Hyde comes in. Alongside Wilson on 3rd and 6.
Oh. And the Seahawks are punting. That illegal shift cost them everything.
Here's another look at it, and maybe a better look at it.
He was just rocking a little bit and didn't quite get set all the way, just being a little lazy when he went out there. And here comes Michael Brockers, and can't say enough for what this defensive front, what they've been able to do, and really Seattle's defense also. Both units have put on a show.
Line drive won by Dixon.
I didn't think Seattle could hang in a defensive struggle anymore.
Simba Webster was the one who recovered his own fumble on that previous return. Goff says he's
The issue about onside kicks is we know the numbers are down ever since we changed how we do onside kicks.
I want to see this onside kick.
But people have tried to become more creative. Was it that watermelon kick where the ball's spinning sideways? Yeah. They've kind of gone away from the high hoppers that we used to have.
God damn it. Hold on. Okay, yeah, they're on commercial, so I can watch this onside kick.
Washington has concocted here.
Nate Ketzer is the special teams coach in his second year with the Washington football team. And based on the penalty, you see where Washington is lining up.
Well, your odds of getting this are very low. We know that anyway.
Still applies, still has to go 10 yards.
Hopkins. Boots it.
Yeah. Carolina wins 20-13 over Washington. NFC East still very much up in the air. But Atlanta Falcons draft position improves. So it's all good with me. Yay! Tell you what, the Miami Dolphins are happy because the Texans lost yesterday or today, and the Dolphins have the Texans' first-round pick. So the Dolphins are not only 10-5 and making a playoff run, they're going to get a really high draft pick because Houston's so garbage.
climb that bad boy. Mount Rainier.
I can climb that mountain, Joe.
Shout out John Gregory back in the day. The Roaring 80s.
What the fuck are they playing?
Alabama plays in the background.
Troy, once again, Troy Aikman says exactly what I'm thinking. Uh-oh. First down, Rams. Nice run. Rams have no choice but to stay committed to the almost non-existent running game, but they're getting big plays here and there. Protect Jared Goff and his hand.
Rams have run over 60 plays and have 9 points. But I think Goff gets some credit here for being tough. They need him to finish this game. It hasn't been that pretty. He's got just one completion of 20-plus yards. As you said, Troy, that was the Higbee catch, and he broke a tackle to get what he got. He's just at 5.4 yards per attempt at the start of his drive.
Alex Smith, or Heineke, whatever you want to call him, plays next week, in my opinion.
2 yards below his season average, second down and 10.
No way Haskins ever plays again. Not for Washington. One missed tackle, and the Rams are at midfield.
Griffin didn't bring down Reynolds, and that turns into a play of 26. Yeah, that was a big miss.
Great route by Reynolds and Griffin. I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to be.
Somebody, break a tackle, make the spectacular catch, do something a little bit out of the ordinary. He was able to, because Griffin, if he's able to make the tackle, it's third down. And Reynolds is able to avoid that and get a new set of downs here at midfield. Biggest play of the game for the Rams, 26 yards.
Goff has to throw that in the dirt. That's an unfortunate last name. Munt. I'm glad my last name is not Munt.
And that's kind of what they've been doing throughout most of this game. And what that does then is it keeps the Rams from being able to get out on the edge consistently. They have at times, but it also creates some problems for Goff when he tries to run those bootlegs and get out on the edge. He's constantly trying to hit people up in his face. He wisely just gets rid of it.
Three-man rush. He's going to have all the time in the world, and makes a bad decision by just going straight up the middle and taking a sack. That's on Goff. How do you take a sack on a three-man rush? If everybody's covered, run! 3rd and 12. Tries to throw another interception. Incomplete. Rams punt. This is not Jared Goff's finest hour.
The Seahawks defense does what it's been doing over the last month and a half.
They have really impressed me, Joe. There was, as I said in this game early, there was always that caveat of, well, yeah, but who have they played? And now they're playing what I think is a pretty good offense, and they've shut them down. Both these defenses have been spectacular. Seattle.
Damn near had another blocked punt. 7:20 to go. Seahawks 13, Rams 9. Seattle starting at the 20.
Unveiled the hardest yard congenital heart center earlier this month in Charlotte. A program very near and dear to Greg and Kara's heart after first discovering their son TJ was born with a congenital heart disease 8 years ago. TJ's doing great. Here's a look at the new center, and congratulations to Greg and Kara. Officials put that ball at the 20. Seahawks leading by 4. Interesting, Troy, to see Jalen Ramsey go to Jared Goff after not continuing that drive. Ramsey just took a moment to say something to Goff like, hey, we got you. We'll see if they do.
First down. Hey, there's Lockett.
As Lockett gets 11 in the first
Look at Jalen Ramsey being a good teammate for once. Hopping up Jared Goff.
How many more opportunities are you going to get? The Rams, if they're able to make a stop here on a 3-and-out and get off the field quickly, maybe the Rams will get
7 minutes to go. Clock is ticking.
pretty much got to bank on the next time you get the ball. It's all or nothing, and that's provided the Rams are able to not give up a touchdown on this drive. They're relying on this an awful lot.
Boy, that's not going to do the Rams any favors.
So much for a 3-and-out. Already 2 first downs. A 15-yard carry by Chris Carson.
Good job up front. You see the double and then up to the linebacker level, and Carson just straight up the gut. He's untouched until he's one-on-one on the safety.
Well, now you're getting to the point where you got to make a stop. What Jalen Ramsey did was nice, but now they got to go do it. And this has been a little too easy on this possession. Wide open, Lockett. First down. Penny slipped and fell.
Fox tonight, TV's biggest dance competition is finally here. Don't miss it. 10 minutes.
Oh man, fuck Titans Packers. We gotta watch The Masked Dancer. Oh man, we just gotta. What am I thinking, guys? I'm in the wrong streaming business.
Second down and 10.
Uh-oh. That could have been bad for Seattle. They're lucky to get a yard or two out of it.
It's got to be an unnerving feeling when you're Russell Wilson. You get the snap, you look up, and Aaron Donald is just, it looks like 4 inches from you.
Yeah, that's on a good day, on a good play. And I'm with you. I mean, initially you thought, well, they have the perfect play. You got Donald in your lap, you've got the screen, and then it kind of got bottled up, and he got about all there was to get out of that one. This is huge right here for this Rams defense.
They're down to 8. Sid Wilson gets a conversion on 13 passes.
Oh, Metcalf converts. Scorpions himself to do it, but he converts. You see that shit? Yeah. This should have been a stop here. But Metcalf is the size of a refrigerator.
He just went and got it.
A chiseled 6'4", 229 is DK Metcalf. Pro bowler in his second year.
Seattle's trying to put this game away. They're getting close.
On the door of the best receiving yardage season in Seahawks history. Hand off here to Carson. On first down, he gets 3.
Go back to DK Metcalf and the things that he's worked on in the offseason from where he was a year ago. And this is some of the practice footage of him working with Sanjay Lau, the wide receivers coach, and this is an effort to.
I've had my window closed for a while and it's still cold in here. God.
Using his speed and what that feels like when he starts leaning forward, and he's really a polished receiver and all the things that he's able to do. There's Sanjay Lau. And spent some time with him there at UCLA back in the day. But you take a guy with his speed and his size.
Seahawks have been in the shotgun on every play this possession.
He picked up that first down. It's big time stuff.
Timeout by Seattle. Their second as the play clock was winding down. By the way, Metcalf right now is 6 yards shy of the best season yardage by a Seahawks receiver, would break the record set by Steve.
What, Jeff? You mean Sidney Ross didn't break that record for you guys?
He's just in his second year. This guy's getting better.
You mean Deion Branch didn't break that record for you guys, Jeff?
And the good teams, Troy, know how to make drives last, go down and get points when you need them. Here are the Seahawks knocking on the door of the divisional title. This has been a good drive.
Well, we talk about it a lot, that I think as a quarterback and as a team, you have to get real comfortable about playing in these situations. Late in games.
Just beat Philadelphia next week and you're fine.
I don't know that there's a team or a quarterback that's more comfortable playing in these situations than Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. So I'm not totally surprised. Now, I do think this is a championship caliber defense with the Rams, and they have to make a stop. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They've got to hold Seattle to 3 points and give their offense the ball one more time, and otherwise, it is good night.
This drive started with 7 minutes, 20 seconds left. There are only 3 minutes left in the game. Rams do have all 3 timeouts.
It's another run up the middle out of the shotgun. Third down. I think the Rams are going to burn a timeout here.
Put together 9 winning seasons.
It's third down.
Ended up going to the playoffs 8 times over his first 9 years. He hasn't missed a start. He gets hit a ton.
Joey Galloway didn't either.
Over his first 9 seasons than Russell Wilson. He's tough, he's a leader, and he just flat out knows how to win. And he's faced now with 3rd down and 5 as the Rams take their first time out with 2:56 left. He's been sacked 5 times in this game, 6 times in the first meeting, knocked down 9 times in this one, but he just keeps getting up and coming back at it.
I think when you look at the
You mean Jimmy Graham didn't, Jeff?
It's just, they do a great job.
That no blocking son of a bitch, Jimmy Graham?
Pete Carroll of playing complementary football. The defense got better as they started running the football more, and we'll see what Brian shot.
3rd and 5.
Did score here on 3rd and 5.
They've been consistent on this drive. Every play in the shotgun. They're going to throw for it now. Oh, touchdown. Yep. Yeah, that will probably do it. Of course, in today's NFL, I never want to speak too soon. But it's 2:51 to go. The Rams have 2 timeouts, and they're about to be down by 11. Russell closed the deal.
And once he comes underneath, he's anticipating that Hollister's only going to get to the change where the first down marker is. Otherwise, if you knew he's going deep, he'd go over the top. He's trying to guard against the easy completion for the first down, and Seattle gives up the touchdown.
Extra point's good, but for a second I wondered. 20-9.
80-yard, 4-minute and 29-second drive that pushed Seattle up 11 with 2:51 to go. Boy, that was impressive.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, here's the route. Now, if he comes over the top, he's not going to give up the touchdown. But instead, he comes underneath.
Seahawks look like a contender today.
Now it's just a game of angles. And so
Both sides of the ball.
you see what I'm saying? If he's anticipating him going deep, he would stay over the top because you're anticipating those rubs when you're in.
If it comes down to Seattle and New Orleans, I'm going to be cheering for Seattle. Don't you worry, Jeff.
And he's trying to guard against the first down.
Don't you worry.
It's a touchdown. It's an excellent call by Brian Schottenheimer.
Jalen Ramsey and DK Metcalf shaking hands. That's surprising.
There's a lot of mutual respect between those two guys. DK Metcalf, Jalen Ramsey. Hollister's the one that gets what could be the knockout blow. Who knows? You know, there's a scenario here where the Rams don't make the playoffs. They could have stamped their ticket here today with a win and assured themselves a spot.
There's a nice kick return. Flag, though. It's getting backed up.
Chance at the division title. But there could be a three-way tie at 9 and 7 with the Cardinals, the Bears, and the Rams will get the
Russ put the Rams in the slow cooker, yeah. Russ was cooking. They just had to marinate for a little while. And they're about 2:45 away from being ready to serve, don't you think?
Was a good return. Gets chopped almost in half. The ball goes back. You see it right there at the 30. Webster got to the 30, but now it's back at the 17.
The Rams need big chunks. The problem is Seattle just is not giving those up at all this afternoon.
Big chunks, but they have to check it down. On the ball.
Players down for Seattle. That's Jaron Reed.
Damn, son.
Told you earlier he's been bothered by a chest injury, so he was iffy earlier in the week. Said he was okay to go, and who knows what this is. If you look at the playoff picture in the NFC East is right now completely up for grabs. The North, that's been won by Green Bay, and they are knocking on the door of the #1 overall seed and the only first-round bye in the conference. Chicago very much alive at 7. They play at home against Green Bay next week. Then New Orleans won the South. Seattle with a win here today. They win the West.
I do it a lot.
Well, Jaron Reed, while they're tending to him, Pete Carroll was whistling to the defensive huddle for Quandre Diggs to come over and see him, and he had a pretty good talk with him over there on the sidelines. Diggs ran over and was then talking to Jamal Adams, so we'll see who they had, but I just don't think you can say enough for the job that Pete Carroll has done this year and really throughout his tenure here with the Seattle Seahawks, and a defense that I know he was really frustrated with in how many yards and points they were giving up, and yet he stayed the course and trusted that they would get better, and they have. Boy, have they. And this is a defense now that's playing at a championship level. You've got a championship quarterback, and fans or no fans here in Seattle, I don't think anybody wants to face them.
They win here today. It's the 5th divisional title for Pete Carroll in his 11 years here. Seahawks winning his in franchise history as this one gets hit by Dunlap.
3rd and 2. Oh boy, this just feels like a formality. We know the odds are low here for the Rams at this point. Still alive in the playoff hunt, though. Boy, that Rams-Cardinals game just got big next week, didn't it? You weren't touched down. That's a fumble. That's Seattle's ball. He caught the ball, wasn't touched, put it on the ground, and Seattle picked it up. Wow. That's funny. That is funny. He wasn't touched. Let's see again. He gets open, catch. Never touched, just puts the ball down. Bobby Wagner picks it up. Fucking Plexico Burris over here. Plexico was worse, though. Because he just, Plexico Burris caught the ball and threw it down when he did it.
As a runner. Let's see. That obviously is what he's doing. But
You don't know that.
Pete Carroll would be livid at that.
You can't, that's a fumble.
Here's the call.
That's a fumble.
On the field as the runner gave himself up.
Bullshit.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offensive bench. It'll be 1st and 10.
The penalty on Sean McVay. I don't buy into that giving yourself up. Either you're touchdown or you're fucking not. If you're not touched, you ain't down.
When that happened, Sean McVay came running onto the field, probably saying that Reynolds gave himself up. And that's
Either way, they lose yardage. It backs them up.
15-yard penalty, and that moves the ball all the way back inside the 25.
All right, wrap this up so I can catch a break before the next game.
I know that Pete doesn't like it.
You got to jump into Red Dead and do a daily.
So if as a runner you can give yourself
I'm going to pick the simplest one.
he clearly gave himself up. He was spotting the ball for the official. I think the officials coming together, and I think the mechanics of all that work.
NFL Sundays make it hard to keep my daily challenge streak alive in Red Dead, especially on a work night.
15-yard penalty against McVay. And it's a negative 2-yard net play for the Rams with the penalty, but they get a first down. It happened after the play, so it's 1st and 10. But Havenstein just checked out. He got injured on that play. He goes into medical.
How do the Rams make their uniforms this ugly when they had the most beautiful throwback uniforms ever?
At the 23 with only 2:17 left. Here's what happened. Oh, Havenstein just got hit right under the chin. Tremaine Ankrum, a rookie, takes over, and this ball is broken up.
This game is never going to end.
From Robert Woods, and you just cannot say enough about this Seahawks defense yet again here today. No, you can't. They got a 2-possession lead.
There's
They're
Ken
still
Norton.
challenging every single throw here on this possession. 2nd down and 10. Now this one's short.
3rd down.
By Jaron Reed, who was injured at
This underneath shit's not going to win the game, Goff. You need chunks. He's throwing it underneath after like 1 second in the pocket. You're down by 11.
throwing these checkdowns.
And Troy literally just said what I was just complaining about.
Jared Goff, he just has to force something.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying.
Pass interference to come down with a completion, but then you need a big chunk.
He's worried about his stats. Or he can just take a sack. 2-minute warning. Jared Goff goes down. It's 4th and long.
It's 4th down, and Seattle is trying to clinch their division and the top spot in style here today. 2 minutes to go in Seattle. All Seahawks.
We'll hang out for this next play, and then after that, I think I'm going to take my break. Go ahead and turn my PlayStation on because I've got to get in Red Dead and do at least one daily challenge. Then I got to get off here and check the weather and plan my week based on the weather. Although we might have to go to that fucking Lake James house. I really don't want to do that. Oh, man. I'm not looking forward to going back up there. Unless we have a vehicle of our own. Because we're having to ride in the van with you-know-who every day. I'm going to want to kill myself. But when it's just us, it's all good. We'll get there at like 8 in the morning. That motherfucker won't roll in till like 10:30, and we'll be ready to go by like 1. Like, have a good day. We going home. We work fast. That's why tomorrow's going to be kind of nice getting there that early. I'm actually looking forward to it because we'll be inside. I won't be freezing my balls off for a while till we have to head up towards Greg Biffle's house around 10 in the morning. Cane Creek, where Biffle lives. We're doing a house up there. Maybe I'll drop in on the Biff. No. Bad news. I don't know him. I just know where he lives. His nice up there. It's very pretty. That's how my dad explained it. I'm like, when we started this job, I was like, where are we going? He goes, up near Biffles. And I was like, oh, okay. I know where that's at. So it looks like the Rams are about to be NFC West champions. I mean, Seahawks are going to be NFC West champions, not the Rams. Excuse me. Marty Reed. Marty Reed thinks the Rams are about to win the NFC West. It's the Seahawks that are about to win the NFC West. Thank you very much.
You see the passing by distance, nothing down the field by the Rams. 0 for 1, anything 20-plus yards. The Rams came
Great game by Seattle, both sides of the ball.
With the Seahawks averaging 32 points per game over that stretch.
4th and 19.
Down 20-9, it's 4th and 19 for the Rams.
Please make this stop so I can get off here. Take a break.
Havenstein back in the game, so that's good news.
Goff throws another check down. And it's game over. Seahawks, NFC West champions. Going to the playoffs with it. Cardinals Rams just became must-see TV next week.
And that win prevents Green Bay from being able to wrap up the #1 seed tonight against Tennessee.
All right. There's a minute 51. Seattle's about to line up in victory formation. They're up 20-9. I'm getting off here. I will be back around 8:20 or 8:25. We'll be back in a bit.